It says I'm live. Hello, everybody. Welcome along to the night's episode. We're going to do Star Trek Cuchulain episode 4. It's what did I call tonight? What's episode? It can only get worse, or can't be any worse, something like that. Anyway, a little bit behind today. We were trying to get everybody together as best as possible this evening. Hence the late announcement of the episode for tonight. So if you have managed to sequester some time to watch us, thanks very much. Fantastic. So without further ado, our crew is the Alpha Shift, and Alpha Shift is led by Frank, and we've got Frank who's in there somewhere. He's a bit bleached out, but he's there. Followed by Robbie, Morgan, and Antoinette. So, and then instead of doing, we'll do the slightly closer square ups. Okay, so let's see. We get the usual thing going of going to the Cuchulain page and seeing how we're all going to do for being in the comments. And that's the great thing about being live is who. I don't know if I can mute that as well. And if you want to join us and comment on what the guys are up to, you can do so in the comments below or to the side or however you're watching it, whether you're watching it on your phone or your tablet or your computer. It's in loads of different locations. So to give a recap, oh, Frank's kind of fading into existence here. I see he's coming up. Good evening, Andrew. And Andrew Brannigan is joining us already. Thanks for joining us, Andrew Brannigan. Andrew being the con officer from Beta Shift. Fantastic. So, Frank's gone blue. So everyone's playing with their lighting tonight, which is great because it makes life better. I'm a bit dull for some reason. I don't know why. But no comments about my personality. Thank you. Right. So let's. Hey there, Robbie. So welcome along, Gillian. Thanks for joining us. Right. So Jerry Lynch, all the way from Cork. How you doing, boy? Another Beta Shift lad.
Oh, jeez, okay, there he is. No.
Let the crew give short kind of personal log entries as to what they remember from the last episode, which was 2 weeks ago. So and of course any corrections I will make. The one correction I will make from last episode is the fact that my character being the GM and an NPC, I'm an NPC GM. The Waverider should have dusted off. So we're just going to retcon that situation, and the Waverider has dusted off to go and do the survey of the planet surface that I have to do. So that will be part of tonight's story. The Waverider is not there. She's gone on a flight. So and hello to Helen Lynch. So Frank, if you wouldn't mind giving a log entry there on what you remember from last time.
Spiders. Oh my God, spiders. lots and lots of spiders. Somebody call pest control. Do we have a pest control department on the bridge?
Yeah,
or anywhere on our ship?
Your pest control.
I'm pest control. Okay.
Pest control. Right.
Yeah, if I recall, I think I was looking to see if the local populace could help join us in trying to rescue our crewmates from the spiders.
Yeah, and I think two of them went, okay, sure, we'll have a look, and two of the Bajoran farmers went up and got nommed on. So there's two Bajoran farmers that now need rescuing by our intrepid crew. Robbie, what is your log entry?
Chief Security's Star Log. Stardate, the 2nd of May, 2021. Myself and Jonathan have taken the Waverider down to the surface of a Bajoran colony in the Shackleton Expanse. It is a desolate place with a rudimentary irrigation and electrical system. Having disembarked the inter-phasic generator with the intention of creating some additional farming space for the colonists, we were able to set up the generator successfully. I ventured inside to see that it was stable and was trapped momentarily.
Where are we, Robbie?
I don't know. We're somewhere on the Alpha Quadrant.
What?
I think Robbie's suffering from the same technical difficulties that Kirk used to have when he was logging his.
Listen, we
logs.
engaged.
So there's a bit of a time lapse between.
Oh wait, hang on. I think I had it upside down. Right, we are. Hang on a second. We're down here.
Yeah,
we're down
Shackleton
here.
Expanse on the other side of the galaxy. You need to move it.
Shackleton Expanse. Where is it?
Is that like where the red thingy is moving towards the green thingy? The red thingy is moving towards the green thingy.
So where are we? We're Felina 2. So we're not far away from the Badlands. This is Cardassia. But Bajorans around here. So there's Deep Space Nine. But we're playing in season 3 of Star Trek. So this is where we are in the Alpha Quadrant. Right.
Having spent some time on Felina 2 in the Felina system. It is a desolate world. It is a bug planet because there are spiders.
It's a bug planet. Would you like to know?
It's an ugly planet. It's a bug planet. But yes, after...
I would say let's just nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. But seeing as how we're actually on the site, maybe we'll just hold off on that particular suggestion.
Yeah. Sorry, what was the end of your log there, Robbie?
Oh, I spent some time in this weird thingy. Morgan pushed buttons because I told him to. It didn't work out well. I got out to find out there's spiders. Phaser rifles, ho! Okay. Antoinette, what do you remember?
I remember we had some difficulty getting down to the planet. Robbie did a handbraker on the Argo, I remember. And we set up the device to help the field, and then we saw some fallen rocks and sent some faint life signs over at the cliffs. So we sent the Bajorans over to investigate, and I believe they got attacked, if I remember correctly. That's all I have, yeah. We detected energy signs. Those energy signs, we notice that all the energy is coming in the southeasterly direction. So
very good. Someone's actually taking notes. Look at that.
I don't know.
Somebody actually wrote notes.
A few.
So Jerry Lynch goes, time to Kirk Fu those spiders, Robbie. double hand smack. And Morgan, with his shiny new uniform, looking great there, man. Yeah, I think you're well-chosen colors there.
Thank you. Well, what I remember is that I broke the Waverider. I trapped in pocket dimension. Got Robbie out of the pocket dimension somehow. Managed to have some of the worst role-playing roles that I've ever had, but had a real blast doing it. We have spiders coming up, and they're eating the populace. And we've just rescued Robbie and the scientists from the pocket dimension. So that's where I got to.
Alrighty, so just to fill in some gaps there. So the crew are on the planet Felina 2. It is a Class H planet. So it is quite arid, and this Bajoran settlement came from a downed transport that crashed through the atmosphere. The atmosphere has also got problems. The atmosphere has it's quite a severe ionic atmosphere, so which is causing problems. You can't beam through it, and shuttles would have a tough time. Like the Waverider, with everybody on board, had a tough time coming through. So, you know, a shuttle would have an even harder time coming through, so and may possibly break up. So we've been using the Waverider to go through. We landed on the surface, and we have a duplicate. What? Another ship? Yeah. No, we didn't blow it up this time, Jerry. We have an inter-phasic generator that we have taken from special operations, and the whole goal is to see if we can increase the yield of the small bit of arable land that the Bajorans have managed to create, and going into side universes or interphasic space to try and get the crop yield up by at least a factor of 4. So the crew have tested that quite successfully until Robbie got trapped in the side universe at a variance. So he went into a variance of 0.002 and then it slipped to 0.004. In the sky above where Robbie was, he could see some strange energy coming from the southeasterly direction. Some strange energy flows in the ionized atmosphere that isn't visible in the normal spectrum, light spectrum in the prime universe, as it were. So that is something to remember. Lieutenant Flora Kristopher is our agricultural and terraforming specialist that has come from the mind of Una McCormack, and we have the interphasic generator on the back of the Argo, and the Argo, you remember, is that silly plot point from Star Trek Nemesis. So, but because of the ionized atmosphere, repulsor lifts or anti-grav systems won't work so well in this on this particular planet. So, a wheeled vehicle is necessary. So, at the last point we left, Frank asked for the farmers to go to the other side of the settlement and check on what the disturbance was. And as they did, if Robbie would be so kind as to zoom in, the two lads up there in the top corner, they got a bit noshed. So things went a bit num-nums on them. So Frank is in the middle of the settlement with Vedic Yarda Eros. And he's a young Vedic, very, very similar to kind of Shakar or Antos Boreal. He doesn't have the headdress of that Kai Wynn would have worn when she was a Vedic, but he's got, you know, he's got that good Bajoran coiffed hair that Bajoran males seem to have. So that is the current situation. There is a spider on each one of the Bajorans, and we also have these spiders. The locals are calling Puluku. Puluku are a giant. They are a Bajoran species of spider, and that's what the Bajorans call them. Puluku. You can look it up. It's a Star Trek thing, apparently. And these guys, the Bajorans have called them Puluku. They've seen them skittering across the cliff faces. However, this is the first time that they've really ventured close to the settlement. These guys are quite big. They are very kin to Talarian hook spiders. They don't have soft hairs that would use to climb the rocks. They've got hooks on the end of their feet. And they are, they're about a meter and a half in size, meter and a half long. So that is what's up with the for the crew. So, without further ado, what do you guys do?
I grab my Type 3 phaser rifle off the back of the Argo.
Robbie's running to the Argo. He's grabbing his phaser rifle. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, let's just go down in tiered order. You guys can rearrange your order. There's no kind of initiative on Star Trek Adventures, so you don't have to particularly go in a set sequence, but it does go Starfleet team, then GM back to the Starfleet team. But you guys can kind of confer to see who goes first and stuff like that. There's no initiative in that regard. So, Frank, what are you up to?
At the moment, I'm questioning the Vedic to see if he has any information on these spiders that can help us to actually, either scare them away or exterminate them so that we can continue with the mission.
Okay, the Vedic kind of looks at you and goes, I don't know. Do you have a phaser? Maybe you could help my two men, please.
A security officer's actually gone to get the phasers, but have you had any experience with these spiders before?
Yeah, they usually crawl across the cliffs. Oh my God, the guys are being eaten. Robbie, what are you? You're getting your phaser. Morgan, what are you doing?
Antoinette, do you have xenobiology?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I have xenobiology and xenozoology.
Could you maybe figure out a frequency that we could set the multiphasic generator to repel these creatures as opposed to attract them?
Yes, I'm sure I could.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for that?
Not just yet, but that's a good plan, Morgan. I like it. I like it a lot. Very good. Well done, man. So you've had a little conversation. Is there something else you want to do, or are you going to work with Antoinette for that?
I'm going to work with Antoinette for that.
You're going to
myself,
work with Antoinette. All right. So Frank and Robbie, you guys are going to go take care of the spiders.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
I'm
So
gonna shax the heck out of this.
okay, so there's two spiders up there noshing away, and the lads, I think they've got half of they've been their life signs are down to 50% at this stage, I think.
So I'm on a scooch.
So you get a free action to move. You're gonna go there, okay?
No, we'll make it there. Yeah.
Okay. So you've line of sight on one of them.
Yup.
Okay, Frank, you've got line of sight on the other one, yeah?
Okay.
All right, you going to take cover, or are you just going to run up and go?
No. I can't get at my character here at the moment. Hang on.
Oh, let me see.
There you go.
Let me see.
I have it here.
Get him. Oh, there you go. All right, let's see here. I'm just operating my own map. So, plan view. Okay, and I need to go to that layer. Right, you've got it. Cool. Okay, so you've run up. Phasers are drawn. So that's kind of two actions, but I'll let you get a shot off anyway. I'll fudge that for that one. For that. So off you go.
Okay. Okay, just remind me again, John. It's daring and
so a phaser would be phaser type 3. Yeah, let me see. It would be daring and security.
I thought so.
Let me see. Damage effects. Charge. Just make sure that that's right. Common. Cover. Determination. Direct. Comment. Draw item. Movement. Prepare. Okay, so you have the options to aim if you wish, which means that you can re-roll a single d20 on the next go because you're going to spend a go aiming. But you don't know if the Bajoran lads are going to make it.
Does that sound like me?
For me.
So it's control and security with a difficulty of 2. So we are going to go ahead and roll, and I am going to spend a momentum.
You're going to spend a momentum? How many momentum do you have? 3, was it? Yeah.
2 now.
2 now. Oh.
So I need my d20s. And my target number is control and security. Oh, yeah, this is what I do for a living. It's 15.
Michael Nolan says, fudging is not on the Starfleet manual. It's in mine.
2 successes.
2 successes. Well done, Robbie. You hit. And ranged. You get it's 4d6.
Yep. No, for me it's more because of my proficiency. It is 9d6.
9d6.
I believe so.
How would you have 9d6 for phaser rifle? Sorry, I'm gonna have to ask you to explain that one.
I don't know. It says 9 on the sheet, and it says 8 for the phaser type 2, and this is generated using the Modifius.
The Modifius thingy.
Yeah.
Phaser type 1 is.
It says 3 and 4 in the book, but it's got 8 and 9 on my character sheet.
Unarmed strike. Phaser type 1 is 4. It says here on the game board, on the Games Master's board, 4. So
not the same. I think it's down to my focus being ranged weapons.
Okay. Well, that gives you 1 extra. So, which would be 5. Okay, interesting.
We shall have to look at that.
Yeah. Computer, start the warp core.
Cool. So we're going to roll 5d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave that blank.
Now, I would like...
Do you want me to just roll the effect dice?
Yep. So if you want to roll d6, so and the table is in the quick start manual.
Are you sure you don't want me to roll the...
Oh, you've got your ones. Well, yeah, sure. Go ahead. Be honest.
This is me. I'm always honest. It would help if I counted them first. 5. Oh, where's my rolling tray when I need it?
Right here.
So we have 4 damage, 5 damage, and an effect.
5 damage and an effect. Right. So what is your effect?
It is phase type 3 charge. Charge.
I mean, you run at them with it.
Sorry, one sec.
So
if a character performs a prepare minor action before attacking, they may add one of the following to the attack, and I didn't. So, yeah. So it's 5 damage.
5 damage. Its resistance is 1, so that brings it down to 4 damage. So and its stress is that. So that would be okay. It's still noshing away at your at the chappie. All right, Frank.
Alrighty, let's try a roll.
So you've got a type 2 phaser, is that right?
Yep. So 12 and rolling.
So minimum 2d20.
Yeah. 1 success.
1 success.
That is
Yeah,
a whiff.
you managed to shoot the phaser. Fire the phaser.
You miss.
So now you got to roll 3d6. Thick bayonets history.
Yeah. Well, 3d6 you said, is it?
Rolled 3d6. Yes, that's right. 3d6.
3
5,
success.
4, and 4, which would give you nothing, and an effect. So you get 1 damage, which it resists. So nothing, no damage there, Frank.
Okay, still nothing away.
Still nomming away there on the poor dude. The charge standard issue. What does charge do? Have you found out yet, Robbie?
If you perform a prepare minor action before attacking with this weapon, you may add one of the following damage weapon effects to the attack: area, intense, piercing 2, or vicious 1.
Right. So you need to prepare. The character prepares or spends time setting up a task. Some tasks require minor action to be taken before the task can be attempted. So, is prepare a minor action or a full action?
Prepare is a minor action.
Right. So in the next round, you can prepare as your minor if you don't move. And then you can get your charge out of your phaser. Okay. All right, Morgan and Antoinette, you're down at the inter-phasic generator. How? Explain to me how you're going to try and figure out the frequency to repel the puluku, the spiders.
Okay, if we can figure out kind of from a tricorder reading what floats their boat, right? And I know about spiders, like, I mean, that sound affects them, so I think it could have been just the multiphasic generator activating that caused them whatever frequency it's set at.
Yeah.
So if we can figure that out through the tricorder, we can set the multiphasic generator to.
So you're basically you don't know what frequency that the spiders are responding to. So is this a randomly generated thing? Are you going to set it to a specific frequency, or are you just going to try and hit a frequency and hope for the best?
I'd say our xenobiologist might be.
Antoinette, he's asking for help. How would we go about doing this?
How do we do this?
I think we should actually just go and fire on them because they're spiders. With the phasers. I generally think it has some type of heat is probably going to kill them anyway. Like, you want to kill them, not just figure things out around them.
Okay, you want to kill them. You know, they lived here first. They were here before the Bajorans, so...
They're knocking on the Bajorans.
The Bajorans are in their home. You know? Okay,
yeah, but I
all
don't
right.
want to knock on me.
It's okay. You can all live.
It doesn't
here.
matter. They're spiders. They shouldn't exist.
Don't nosh on me. Don't nosh on. Don't get away from me. Don't nosh on me.
We shall
I think the
colonize them.
immediate threat is to try and get rid of these two, and then we can try and figure out that then in case we get attacked again afterwards.
Okay.
All right.
But
Okay.
we have an immediate threat to try and resolve. I think we should try and do that first.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are down as a generator. Your idea. There, sentient life forms. Where? Over there. What? I don't know. There. Okay, so you're gonna run up and you're gonna run up and help the lads. What phasers have you got? Have you got?
I only have a type 1.
Yeah,
Like as a xenobiologist, I say I have some prior knowledge of these spiders. Anyway, I would have studied the life forms.
Okay,
before we came onto the planet. So I'm sure I would have some. I wouldn't have just beamed down to the planet blindly without studying the life forms that are present here first.
Right. Okay. So you need to, if you will need to take your movement to move yourselves up to a better position to fire from, and that will be one of your minor actions. And then you may take an action. And instead of taking your action, you can use that action to look closely at the spiders and figure out where am I going to shoot them. All right, and
moved there.
Yeah, I'm going to move up beside the Vedic
there. Jerry suggests that they might be sentient. Ooh, Jerry. Yeah. Jerry
Well, we'll
suggests
kill one first, and then we'll see about the other one.
we'll kill them, dissect them.
Hey, look. We come in peace, shoot to kill, shoot to kill. We come in
Very
peace.
classic series way of doing things here.
Shoot to kill, man.
They brought
Okay,
Shax on the away team. What did you expect?
Right. Okay.
It's worse than that. They're spiders, Jim.
Right. So, Robbie, you get to shoot again.
Cool. I'm going to use my prepare minor action.
Okay, and you're going to charge your phaser.
Yes, I am. We're going to roll 2d20 with a target number of 15.
All right.
Boop. Oh, one success.
One success. Cool.
I hit the
All right.
rock wall behind it.
2 successes to shoot, is it?
Yep. Difficulty 2.
Oh, dearie me. So you miss.
Now, does my focus in aggressive negotiations reduce the difficulty?
No. No.
But I'm aggressively negotiating with spiders.
If you were right next to the spider, maybe.
But you shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. If you were in hand-to-hand combat with the spider, maybe. All right, Frank, you got your pot shot.
Well, sorry, I was kind of just admiring the features in the rock face there, but I think what I'll do is fire as well.
Okay.
So, let's have a look. One success.
And you miss as well. Okay, Antoinette and Morgan, you guys get to shoot.
What do we use? Sorry, what's the attribution discipline?
Control and security with a difficulty of 2.
Yeah. I'll just say to anybody who is watching, I would like to actually have some music going in the background. However, since we do also go out on YouTube, we'd probably be muted if we did. So the best I can do is kind of run warp core sounds in the background here, but I don't know. I doubt that's coming through the Mike's microphone.
Or maybe you could just hum your favorite tunes.
Okay.
What's the difficulty, John?
2.
2. So I need more than 2 dice.
We have 2 momentum, so you can spend a momentum to buy an extra D20.
Will my focus on xenobiology, because I know where to shoot them, would that assist me?
That would give you a reroll, yeah.
Okay, well, and maybe I'll use momentum as well, maybe to get an extra dice.
Spending a momentum.
If that's okay with everybody else.
Yep.
Okay, because I only have 9. It's my target number. That's what I'm worried about. Yeah.
Fair.
More time in the phaser range for Antoinette.
Yeah, and then I'll if I have to, I'll reroll.
1 success with a critical fail.
Oh God.
Oh dear.
Well, I'll reroll that one.
Reroll the 20. Okay, go ahead.
I'll
Reroll
reroll
the 20.
Yeah. Reroll the 20. Sorry.
Strike a drum roll.
1.
Hey! Antoinette gets 2 successes. So unlike the security officer and the first officer, the science officer who rarely takes out her phaser manages to shoot one of them. Okay, so you've got a type 1 phaser. It gives you 2 damage. So 2d6. Let's carefully rolling her 2d6. What's going to happen?
Is this me or who? Sorry, somebody
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the room there.
Roll 2d6.
Sorry, I was
You're-
wondering. I was like, why is everybody so quiet? My mother.
No, it's really damage
You
dice.
thought you were loading up your dice. Yep, you have to roll.
No,
2d6.
sorry. 2d6. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
2. Is there? There's no target number, I presume, is there?
No. See what you roll.
Okay.
Six and a 3, which means you get 1 and an effect, and a 3, which is nothing. So with the spider has resistance of 1, which it does resist your hit. So nothing happens.
Okay. Well, I tried. At least I got them.
Morgan, good to go.
Okay, can I actually just pull out my tricorder and start cycling through frequencies that possible?
You can start scanning them. You'd probably have to scan and figure out the molecular structure of their carapace to see if that what would agitate their carapace in such a way to make them go away.
Well, first off, can I use a minor action just to tell the Vedic to get behind me?
Sure, of course. The Vedic runs inside. He goes, "Oh, the fucking spiders!" So he runs inside. He goes into prey or something.
Yeah. Great. And can I try my tricorder then?
Yep, you can go. You can. This will take you a couple of goes to figure that out. So we'll do a. Unless you have any pre-existing knowledge of what could be, what you might do with spiders, you would use reason and science.
Reason and science. Okay. I'm not going to take away anybody's momentum on this one. It's purely scientific. Reason and science, yeah?
Yeah, reason and science.
Hey.
2 successes. Well done, Morgan. All right, so that's kind of like you're trying to do a scientific. You're trying to figure it out. So you can't just do it in one tricorder reading. You're going to have to spend a few goes trying to give that a go. So. Oh, right. Okay. I see what you're doing there. Let me see if that. Sorry, Robbie's just sent me something there. I don't know how you put that through StreamYard, Rob, but.
Oh, it's because I'm sharing my screen. Hang on a sec. I'm just going to cancel my share and share with sound.
See what you can get going there, Robbie. Right. Okay. So Morgan, you're doing a scan. Congratulations. So mark that down as one successful round. You'll need 2 or 3 successful rounds to try and figure out if there's a resonance frequency. You can set the inter-phasic generator to that would better work for what's going on. Right. All right. So Robbie's trying to sort out a little bit of ambiance. Okay, so we are now back around to that's everyone's gone, so it's my go. Right, okay, so that would be
Guys, in the comments, if you could just let us know if that sound is coming through, if there's music.
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Would we not hear it? No.
Anybody watching on YouTube that might be able to tell us?
Hang on.
So, right, here we go. Ooh. All right, that's definitely that. And yeah, and that's oh dear me. All right. 1, 2, 3. And let's see here. And I got that down anywhere else? No, I didn't. Let me see. Right. So, okay, that's the first guy. So you see over the spider that is up at the highest with the Bajoran. You see him now. He's now coiled. He's got his hooks in on top of the Bajoran. He's pulling it into him. You can see that his mandibles are actually starting to go absolutely nuts now, and he's actually noshing away on the Bajoran. It's taken quite a substantial chunk out of that Bajoran. He's only got a few health points left. So that's the first spitter. And the second spider, he's doing the same actually. Unfortunately, he does 1, 2, 5, 6. Okay, 6. So that's 4, 5, 6. All right, the other Bajoran, he's like half of it. He's missing an arm and a leg at this stage. They've been severed. He's quite close to death. He's still alive though, but just barely. All right, so and then you also see that there's a couple more spiders starting to move in, and let's see here. Ooh, so that didn't go well for him. So Frank, just as you fire on the other one, a spider jumps off a tall rock and just misses you as he bypasses you. He was trying to jump on you, but he didn't make it. So there's a spider now right next to you.
Okay.
Hey, we got some sound now.
Hey.
So right here. All right, Frank. So this spider was up here on this rock.
Okay. So have we passed the watershed yet? Can my reaction be real, or do I need to go, oh gosh darn, what was that?
You can say what you like.
No, we haven't passed the watershed yet.
No, okay then. Oh gosh darn, what was that?
All right, so
holy moly.
And there's a few more lads coming in. Let's see what layers here. Yeah. Alrighty, so and there's this spell as well. What's that? So actually, they're not going that way. They're going this way. They're going this way. All right. What are we doing here? Okie dokie. All right. So that's what's going on, and that's my go over. All right. Back to you guys. What's going on? What's going to happen?
Well, I'm going to shoot the shit out of that spider that's just scared the hell out of me.
You're going to shoot that one, okay?
I mean, that Bajoran, he's probably dead already. I'm taking out this other spider.
Oh my god, the lack of caring for
self-preservation. My ship needs me.
Self-preservation society. Right. Okay, Frank. You roll to attack the spitter.
Yeah, and I'm using everybody's momentum because I need to kill this son of a bitch.
Right. You've got one
one.
momentum for one extra dice, which gives you 3, and you have also got the option to give me threat.
Okay, I'm taking the 3 roll.
All right.
And here we go.
2 successes.
Yay!
Okay. You successfully hit him with your type 2 phaser. You get 3 damage dice. So roll 3d6s.
3d6s. Three successes.
3. So that's what is it? So you got a 1, a 2, and a 2. So that is 1, 2, and a 2. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. You resist 1. 4 damage on the spider. I'm going to call him spider number 3. So
name a Bob or something.
4 damage on him.
Pete the spider.
So he's down to. Okay, he's the same. He's down to the same as the other chap. Okay, alrighty, Robbie.
Oh, pew pew. Have some threat, John.
How many? 1?
Just the 1 for now.
Just the 1. Just the 1.
Frank, which one have you been shooting at?
And you see that one there just beside me? Just behind
you. You are actually trying to deal with him. Okay. I'm going to take the aim action this time, John.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm taking the aim minor action.
Yep.
And I'm going to aim at this chappie.
Which
one?
No,
actually. This one's still alive or it's still...
They're both still alive. So the guy at the top, he's damaged. And the guy below him is 100%. And then the guy over beside Frank is damaged.
Cool. I'm going to move out here. I see he's not nomming on this Bajoran anymore, is he?
Who? Which one? Yeah, they're both nomming. The Bajorans are still alive, so he's kind of distracted with his lunch there.
Cool. I'm going to move up, take the aim minor action, and I'm going to roll to hit this chappie.
Okay.
3 successes.
Congratulations. You get a momentum.
Thank you. Damage is 5d6.
5d6.
Bugger. Do floor dice count?
You see, I don't know, because I have to let you be honest, because you're not rolling on the screen.
5 damage and 2 effects. Including floor dice.
Including floor dice. Excuse me while I blow my nose, because fucking dust allergies today. Oh. Was in the shed fixing streamers. So that was, what'd you say?
5 damage, 2
5
effects.
damage resisted by 1, which is down to 4 damage.
And I did not use my minor action to charge my rifle, therefore there is no effect.
No effect. Okay, so he is still alive.
Ooh.
Still alive.
Kind of wish I brought some photon grenades.
Yeah, you did.
Blow up the Bajorans who...
I have no photon grenades.
Right, okay, so Morgan.
Yeah, I'm going to continue
roll your
Well,
science.
can I suggest that I continue doing either by you transferring the data to my tricorder or coming to me and physically giving me your tricorder, because I have like higher attributes and disciplines and that.
Could we link our tricorders? We've got like two guns on the spiders.
If you you could take a minor action to use your communicator and your tricorder to link them to send the data send a data packet to Antoinette, and then you can have another you can have your major action to do something else with.
And because you probably have higher attributes and disciplines for firing or whatever else we want to do, or we can do it together maybe.
No, that works for me. Yeah, I'll certainly do that. I'll take a shot.
Because I have, was it insight and science, is it? I have
yes,
7
it's
games.
science and xenobiology. We need to know the kind of frequency for the carapace to.
Yeah, because I can use my focus then to get an additional success.
It also looks like there's spiders circling around behind us that are going for the 2 remaining farmers on the back beside the multiphasic generator.
Oh yeah.
Okay. But we want to save these guys first, so.
Well, I'm going to say that these guys have run inside because they're like, no, I'm done.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
And Lieutenant Kristopher is at the Argo.
Did you say Lieutenant Kristopher? When did he join us?
Kristopher, yeah, Lieutenant Kristopher.
Lady in red, is it?
Yeah.
The Bajorans, they're pretty red right now.
Sorry, that was bad.
Oh dear.
Anyway, yeah, I'll certainly do that. That sounds like a good plan.
And then if I do that analysis first, then maybe if I get that done, we'll know for when you get a chance to fire or whatever you want to do then. So I'll do the scan first. And so we use the minor actions then to transfer over the data.
Okay, so you do that, and so Morgan, that leaves you free. Or Antoinette, do you want to roll for the science?
I'll roll for the science first, Jess, and then just to get some results.
You can either use reason and science or insight and science, since you're a xenobiologist.
I'm going to use insight and science.
Okay.
John, I now know why I have such a high security, why I have such a high modifier for my damage dice.
What's that?
The number of effect dice is damage rating. The number of effect dice and possibly 1 or more damage effects to trigger effective rolls. All weapons gain additional damage dice to their damage rating equal to the security discipline of the character.
Okay.
So that's why I get 5 on top of
If you roll effect, you get 5, is it?
No, that's why my character sheet has 9 damage dice on for a phaser type 3.
Right.
It's normally 4 plus my security talent.
Right.
So it's a total of 9.
Okay. Antoinette, congratulations. You're one step closer.
I do have a focus also, so.
Okay, so you've 2 successes. Well done. You've done what you needed to do for this round. So you're figuring out what the molecular mass of these particular spiders are, and running them through the databases to what is known about spiders on similar planets and what other surveys have been done. So you're getting close. One more successful round, and you might be able to come up with a solution. All right, Morgan, you still have your action to go.
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot at this guy up here. Let's see, can I actually point at him? I can't.
If you press and hold, Morgan, it'll ping.
All right.
You're gonna which way? That one there with this nomin on the Bajoran.
Yeah.
All right, cool. He's the one that's still okay. He's got no damage at all.
No,
so
the other one, but
the one at the top, he's lost a couple of legs, but he's still nomming away on the Bajoran. And that Bajoran at that Bajoran at the top is quite close to death. So one more round of that spider being distracted with the Bajoran may not be good for the Bajoran.
Well, if I hadn't been under-rolling, he might not be dead.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll take a shot at the top spider then, the one who's gnawing on the poor Bajoran. Who's about to die?
Yeah,
this
cool.
one here?
Yep. All right, so off you go, Morgan.
Okay. So security and
It's
security and control, isn't it?
Security and control.
yeah.
And whatever your damage dice rating is, you add to. Sorry, you just roll your 2d20, unless you want to give John extra threat or spend the 1 momentum.
Okay, yeah, I might just use that momentum. Is that okay?
Yep.
Cool.
Momentum
So
spent.
3d20.
20.
What's your security rating?
My security ratings. Sorry. Security is 4 and my control is 11, so it's 15.
Cool. So
Get her.
yeah.
Wait.
Yes.
Get your momentum back.
Nice. So you said your security rating is 4,
Yep.
and you're using what phaser?
Type 2.
I'm using a type 1.
Oh, type 1.
So your damage dice are
2.
2 plus his security rating, which is 4, so 6.
Ooh.
6. D6, is it?
66.
66.
D6.
We're learning, folks.
3, 1, 5, 5, 2, 3.
3. So nothing. 1. Nothing. Oh, sorry. Nothing. 1. Effect. 2. Nothing. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. 2 effects. So that minus 1. So 1, 2, 3.
4 damage, 1 effect.
4 damage, which means that the top spider is deaded.
Cool. And the effect is charge, which you didn't do, so nothing happens.
So he's dead. Okay. Right. So, and that's everyone gone, right?
I believe so.
Okay, cool. Right. Yo, lovely. Okay. So, let me see here. Oh, while you're doing that, I'll just take that out. And Morgan, roll your fitness and security.
Thank God I fixed that, huh? Okay, on 2d20. Oh,
1 success. Oh dear. Oh dear.
What did you do?
Oh, poor Morgan. Well, Morgan, underneath your feet, you start to feel that the ground is moving. And I was giving you the kind of opportunity to leap out of the way. However, you didn't. So out of the ground pops another spider right underneath you and grabs your leg. So he's attempting to pull you down
Into a burrow. Can we have one
Can I
mission
use
where we
can I use
all-
a task now to try and fire at the spider to try and help him? Since he's right beside me.
So Morgan, if you have life stuff to do, you know there's an opportunity to do it now.
yeah, no, it's. I'm afraid it's time, guys. But yeah, please don't let me die. Try and get that frequency out and fix the multiphasic generator. Be lovely. Thank you. It's been a blast, and I can't wait to catch up again in the next round. Okay.
All right, Morgan.
brother.
Thanks,
so
Morgan.
much.
Okay, Morgan, take it easy, man.
Bye. So, unfortunately for everybody out there, Morgan has life stuff. He's got the baby to deal with. So, we had to just do a little thing for to help the story along there. But so Morgan's in a bit of Morgan's in a bit of difficulty down there as well. We've got one spider that's dead. So, my go. which I started with Morgan. So that's what Morgan's spider has done. And so we've got the spider that's nomming away on that Bajoran. And I might as well start spending these momentums up here, or these threats that I have.
Indeed.
So instead of all right, and what was it again? Oh yeah. Okay. So luckily enough, I did that. Okay, and he successfully notches away.
Oh, my screen share seems to have disappeared.
There you go. All right, so that would be shit. So Bajoran. Oh dear. So the spider that is still alive, yes, that's exactly the one that's nomming away on the Bajoran. You manage to see that he's starting to spurt webbing and starting to roll the Bajoran, and as he does so, he's managed to he's cutting the head off the Bajoran, and the Bajoran, as he's spinning and holding the Bajoran, the Bajoran's head comes off.
He's she-lobbing.
He's she-lobbing, and now that he's rolled it into a webbed sack, you see that he's starting to pedal backwards with the Bajoran. So that's that one, and then we've got the one beside Frank. Spend some momentum for threats for the one beside Frank, and that is yeah, he does that. He does 4, 5. All right, so 5 minus 1, 4 damage, Frank. You take 4 damage. What's your? I'm sorry, Frank. What's your resistance?
Futile.
Ah.
Let's have a look.
We don't have resistances because we don't have personal shields.
You sure you don't have resistance? No. Excuse me. Okay. Well, then you take 5 damage, Frank.
All right.
5 stress, Frank. So note down that you've got 5 stress. Down on show him where he goes, Robbie, if you don't mind.
Yes. If you go to your thing and you just click the boxes here, it should give you your stress.
Go back to what you're doing there. I was looking at my character sheet. I thought that's what you were referring to.
Yeah. On your character sheet, there's a section called stress.
See that there, yeah.
And you should have the option, if you downloaded it from the Modifius, you should have the option just to click the boxes.
All right, click 5 of them, yeah.
Yep. Now, Frank, because you've taken 5 damage, unfortunately, my friend, you now have to take an injury.
Okay.
So, with an injury, you can spend 2 momentum. Unfortunately, we don't have it.
So if the character suffers 5 or more damage from a single attack or hazard after reduction from resistance, the character suffers an injury. You sure there's no you should have resistance of something.
Nope.
If the character is reduced to 0 stress by that attack, they suffer an injury. And if the character has 0 stress before the attack at the hazard inflicts 1 or more damage, the character suffers an injury. So you've gotten 5 or more, Frank. So, improving the odds, which means intense knockdown. Right.
Injuries. So, you may spend an injured character cannot attempt any tasks, nor can they perform any minor actions. An injured character is out of the fight, can't participate in the scene any further. Injured characters cannot be targeted by further attacks unless the attacker adds to 1 threat or spends 1 threat if it's a non-player character, though the enemy may interact with them in other ways, such as capturing them, dragging them off, etc. Inflicting an injury on an already injured character would kill them immediately. If the attack was lethal, there's only so much a body can take. If the injury came from a non-lethal attack, then this is as far as it goes. The character recovers from their injury, though not any complications that came from a non-lethal attack. Was the injury from a lethal attack, John?
No.
Cool.
It was from a deadly attack.
Very good. So it was from a lethal attack.
Oh, that is a lethal attack, is it?
Yes. If their injury came from a lethal attack, then things can only get worse. At the end of a scene in which a character was injured by a lethal attack, then they will die unless they've received first aid.
All right. Somebody's got to run over and say Frank.
Yep. So, now, Frank, you can spend a point of determination to ignore the effects of an injury for the remainder of the scene. It does not require that you have a value appropriate for the situation. However, it will result in complications.
You can also spend threat if you wish to avoid the damage. Not avoid the damage, but avoid the injury situation. Where's that?
No, you can spend 2 momentum for that.
2 momentum or 2 threat.
How many momentum do we have?
1.
We only have 1.
I thought threat was your one, John. On momentum was
ours. Yeah, but see, you can spend threat by giving me. You can use it like momentum by giving me threat.
No, for this we can only use. No, we can only use momentum.
Oh, okay.
The avoid an injury task is momentum based.
How many do we have?
1. Sorry, Frank, you're going down.
Oh dear. All right, so somebody needs to come over and help Frank. But the spider that he's been playing with is also damaged. All right. So, and Morgan's being dragged into a burrow as well. So, excuse me. How are you going to split your time?
Have you gone already, Robbie?
Antoinette, Frank is down. I can get him if you want to get Morgan.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
That's closer to Morgan as well. Yeah.
Cool. Do you want to go first?
Yeah. So I'll just attack the spider, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back to my analysis later.
Yeah. Still have one more round of the analysis to do.
Yeah.
Or what you could do is, if you wish to, if you guys wish to share control of Lieutenant Kristopher, you can use the NPC to continue that assignment.
That would be a good idea because she's also a scientist, isn't she? So
yeah,
you have good science. Yeah, maybe we'll do that then, Robbie. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, and I will fire my measly phaser type 1 on the spider.
Now,
maybe you could fashion something with a rudimentary lathe.
Well, what's
do
your
I have any salt? I'll just throw some salt in the spider.
What's your security rating, Antoinette?
Security rating in discipline?
Yeah.
1.
So you can add an extra 1 damage dice to your 2 damage dice.
Fancy.
All right, so you have 1 momentum, or you could give me more threat to add to your dice pool for firing your phaser, for successfully firing your phaser.
Yeah, I think I should probably use that momentum. What do you think, Robbie? Because
sounds good.
Momentum spent.
So an additional dice, and it's fitness and security. Yeah.
Control and security.
Oh, control.
Control. Sorry.
You're not diving out of the way. You're trying to shoot your phaser.
Oh, it's the same number. Yeah. And a 3d20s.
3d20s.
3d20s. 2 successes. Congratulations.
Yes.
You fire. No. Do damage.
So 3d6, Antoinette.
3d6s.
1 plus 5 plus 1, which is 3, I believe. So it's 2 and an effect. Yep. So that's 3 damage plus an effect. -1, so that's 2 damage. So on the spider from Morgan, so that's spider number 4. So he's and he's down to that. Okay. So you do damage him. He's not dead, but just to help save Morgan, Morgan's halfway down a hole, and with the spider grabbing hold of him. So Morgan he seems to be unconscious. He doesn't seem to be damaged, but he's unconscious. So you manage to shoot off one of the spider's legs. It still has 7 legs left, but he's let go of Morgan, and he's kind of shot back down into the ground.
He's gone, is he? Okay.
He's disappeared just below the ground. You don't know how far he's gone. So the Morgan, but Morgan's kind of half in the ground, half above the ground, in kind of dusty sand. Okay, so well done, Antoinette. Robbie?
Pew pew.
Pew pew.
Have some threat.
Yeah. Throw a
So
uniform.
3d20.
Spider.
Yeah. Oh, 2 successes.
Did you give me threat there?
I did.
Yeah.
And my 9 damage dice this time.
Alrighty. Because your minor action was to aim.
Sure. Actually, if my minor action was to aim, I can re-roll this 19 and see if we get our momentum back.
All right.
Hank, if you could look less prey-like, that would be great.
So 3 successes there, John.
3 successes. Congratulations. Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage dice. 7 damage.
7 damage on the one for Frank, is it?
Yes.
Okay. And that spider is toast.
Excellent. This is where security officers actually shine in this game. Is like pew pew.
That spider is now dead. All right. So Frank needs some medical attention.
Yep, I'm going to use my movement to scoochy scooch.
All right. Okay. So that's it. You're done now. And all right. So Antoinette, you want to use Lieutenant Kristopher? Let me just pull up her. Jesus. Excuse me for wiping my nose all the time, but dust has gotten to me today. Right. So where did I have it? I have it in here, and then down in here, and then I have it. Character sheets. Lieutenant Kristopher. There we go. So, Lieutenant Kristopher's insight and science is 13. Her insight is 9, and her science is 4.
4.
Do
Do I roll for her? Do you roll for?
Say that again, Antoinette?
Who rolled for Lieutenant Kristopher?
Yeah, you do. You go on.
I do. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I wasn't listening to the number. Sorry, John. What did you say? Her science and was
13.
4 for science. 13. No,
yeah. She needs. You need 2 successes. So you roll on 2 dice to get 2 successes on the 13. So you can either spend momentum or give me threat.
We'll just go with what we have. I don't know how many threat we've given you so far.
Plenty. We do have a momentum though.
You do have a momentum that you can spend.
We do. Okay, well then I'll use that last one. I'll use that momentum. So.
Ready? Well done. You did. Oh well, you get 3 successes, so you get it back anyway. Yep, you get 3 successes, so you get your momentum back. Well done.
Roll 20 doesn't take into account the critical.
So Lieutenant Kristopher manages to find the right resonance frequency to repel to repel the spiders for the moment, but you won't be able to get to do that until the next turn. So you still have to deal with what's there. There is there's 2 casualties, and still a spider on the loose. That is at full strength, and 3 spiders that are on the way. So there's some spiders on their way to Lieutenant Kristopher. All right. There's one quite close to Robbie. He's going to scutter by.
Oh.
Okay. And alrighty, so the spider that no, that one's dead. So there's the spider that's dragging the Bajoran up the cliff. So he seems to be dragging him into this dark crevasse. And what we got? Yes, so that's the situation at the moment. Okay, guys, up to you. Frank, you are
unconscious.
Unconscious. Antoinette, you are running over to Morgan, I presume?
Yeah, I'm going to go to Morgan and give him any medical assistance he needs.
All right, okay. And so that would be a medicine and reason and medicine, I believe, for both Robbie and Antoinette on each.
First aid is daring and medicine.
Daring and medicine. There you go for first aid. All right. And any help you can give them in regards to that stuff. So more, Robbie, go first.
It's difficulty 1, and I got 2 successes.
Woohoo! All right. Well done.
Momentum.
Oh yeah.
So Frank, you are stabilized but remain incapacitated.
Okay.
So you're not going to die. Right, off you go, Antoinette. Do the same thing.
Oh God, 1 success. Now I have a focus on emergency medicine.
Yes. Okay. Grand. So that'll allow you to do the 1 success.
Well,
so
it's a difficulty 1 task.
Yeah.
So if you have a focus in emergency
Does that give you 1
medicine,
success for each dice?
Is that so? It's reduced down to difficulty 1, Robbie, is it? Or difficulty 0?
it is a difficulty 1, and if you have a focus in something like emergency medicine, I would say it reduces the difficulty to 0. So it's just a momentum, basically.
You gained a momentum. Fantastic. You guys have 3 momentum.
Woo!
Right. Okay. So that's good because you've been kind of dealing with the same momentum going back and forth. Right. Okay. So you do that. Lovely. So you've managed to grab Morgan, and he seems to be under some sort of influence of a bite or something like that. So he may need an anti-venom hypo spray of some sort. But you've stabilized him for the moment. Okay. What are you guys going to do? What are you going to do next?
Well, those are both actions. So
okay, it's my go, is it?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to use my minor action to prepare for the next shot with my rifle.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going to prepare a shot against this dude.
Oh, okay. As he's running by.
Yep.
He's skittering by. Okay.
Is Frank healed?
He's stable but unconscious.
Stabilized.
Oh, he's still unconscious. I was going to say, can he stand with a minor action? But
okay, so right, my go, and this guy is going further up. There's a Bajoran lost into the crevasse of the thing. He's quite happy. This guy needs medical attention as well, and Morgan is here with Antoinette, so you should probably move him somewhere safe. And finally, did anyone roll for? We did. Was it this turn that we did Flora Kristopher's
yes.
successful character? Right. Okay. So it's my go. So that spider moves to there. This spider moves over here, and is going to attack Lieutenant Kristopher. This spider moves over, and this spider moves over. Okay, so there's one attack on Lieutenant Kristopher. Hopefully she's going to be okay. Successful. And she's been damaged by the spider. So she is down to okay, she's 50% health, as it were.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So that is that's my go for the moment. Your go.
Pew.
All right. Roll it. Roll.
Yep. That should be 15, but it's still 2 successes.
2 successes. Congratulations.
And I have used my minor action, which is prepare, which means my phaser rifle is charged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage with an effect.
5 damage. That's -1, so it's 4.
Well, it's not, you see, because one of the effects of my phaser rifle is piercing.
Okay, so that goes through the resistance.
It goes through the 1 resistance, which means he takes the full 5 damage.
Roll 5 damage.
Which means he now has an injury.
All right, so he's not happy. He scutters back. He goes, yeah! Or whatever spiders say.
Yes, and then I'm going to spend 2 momentum to keep the initiative so that when Antoinette's turn ends, the initiative stays with us.
All right, so that's 2 momentum. So that's
I believe.
Maths. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. So this spider kind of takes a little jolt, goes, closes all its legs up as a spider would go, ooh, no, don't like that, and turns around. All right. Okay. So that's Robbie. You've done your minor and your major action.
Yep.
And Antoinette, what do you do?
How's Morgan's health? Was he healed?
He's stabilised. He seems to have been hit with some sort of venom.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and move him somewhere safe.
Okay, all right. So you drag him somewhere safe.
I can't remember from the tour what the buildings were. What's that nearest building to me? So
this building over here, this is kind of the religious center and the group center. These are dwellings. This is the power generator. This is the silo. This is.
I'm going to move him over to the religious building because I can see that there's other Bajorans inside and they can tend them for the moment.
Okay, so you bring Morgan in there. Okay, lovely. And so I'll move him for you. There you go. So you bring Morgan in here to be cared for. All right. Which so in the next round you will be free to move out. Right. So you can use Lieutenant Kristopher now.
Does she have any equipment on her?
She has a tricorder and a communicator. She's at the Argo control center for the inter-phasic generator. What do you think?
Do we know she's been attacked? So I presume she's going to call us and tell us she's been attacked.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she's she's like, this is Lieutenant Kristopher. I've got spiders incoming. Help!
Does she have a phaser?
Nope, we didn't give her one.
Oh God.
How complicated are the controls of the Argo, John?
How do you mean?
Could anyone jump in and drive it?
I'm sure anybody could jump in, start it, and make it go.
So she's going to jump in. She's going to start it. She's going to drive it over the spider.
Okay. All right. Interesting. I like it.
Robbie, your share screen.
It does mean that it will take a little bit longer for her to, because she could have rolled this round to see if she can send out the repelling pulse frequency of the inter-phasic generator.
Oh,
So
hang
you
on.
need a-
Yeah. No, there's a whole thing there, isn't there? Antoinette, you do that thingy. You do science nerd stuff.
I can do science nerd stuff in real life.
John,
and
will
in
you
this.
reshare my screen there, please?
So
Sorry. So science and what am I
So
on? Science and what?
her insight and science was 9 and 4, so it's 13.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty is 2. You've got a momentum, or you can give me threat.
What did you, Robbie? We use a momentum.
Spend the momentum, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got enough threat. It kind of looks scary on this board.
It's only 5, Robbie. And 9
Times-
earlier.
2 successes.
Way, she gets it. So she manages to input the frequency and reverse the polarity and all that jiggery pokery. So from this position here, the pulse from the interphasic generator changes to repel the spiders. So luckily enough, the spiders stop for a moment and then turn away and start running for the hills. So they start heading towards the nearest bit of darkness. All except this guy.
Which one? Yeah, he's stunned.
So all except him. So they're all running away, and so Flora Kristopher gets on the intercom and breathes a sigh of relief as a spider was climbing up. You can imagine where she's at the Argo, at the back of the Argo, typing in controls in the LtCol system, as a spider with giant hooks starts crawling over the top of the Argo, and its roll cage frame as it's coming in closer, and she's making the decision whether or not to kind of like throw something at it, get into the cockpit or the driver's seat of the Argo and trying to make it go with a spider hanging onto it. But finally, she manages to get the right frequency to make the spiders freak out by the frequency from the interphasic generator being changed so that it vibrates at a frequency to annoy the spiders. So they've all turned tail and run at this stage. So and then over beside Robbie and Frank. So Frank's on the ground after being attacked by the spider. He's had a couple of slashes from the hooks as the spider attempted to like grab him. Robbie's run over and managed to shoot the one spider and knock him out and kill him. But he also shot as another spider went running past, which distracted the spider, and he's stunned for a moment. We have lost one Bajoran who's being pulled up into the cliffs. So one Bajoran has died after the whole situation.
Is this dude dead, John, or is he?
No, he's in need of medical attention.
First aid.
So right. So. Sorry. So then, so the spiders are skittering away. So there's one last dude. Do you want to? This guy starts digging a hole, and he's going to there must be a burrow underneath. So he's going to dig a hole and disappear. However, this lad, what are you going to do, Robbie?
We still have the initiative because that was Flora's go, and I'd used to keep the initiative. I'm going to say to Antoinette, so I'm still over here. I'm going to say to Antoinette, can you offer first aid to the Bajoran in the field?
Okay.
Okay.
I will do that.
There's this guy still?
Yep.
You said he's burrowing, or he's like running away?
The guy that was here is burrowing. This guy, he's not happy with you because you shot him.
Well, he's taken 5 damage, so he's injured. I'm not giving him. He's stunned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's still not happy with you.
True. Have we any sample containers or like specimen containers or anything like that?
No, you weren't expecting to be bringing that. And plus, they're 1.5 meters long. So, like from
2-meter specimen containers.
Yeah, you don't have any. Right now, you don't have any.
I was expecting to do soil samples and stuff. I don't think I brought 2 meter.
You're not getting any beam down from the ship in orbit either, because you can't communicate with the ship right now.
He looks like he's all angry and skittery and about to come running at me.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Pew pew.
All right. Okay. So roll to shoot him.
If in doubt.
Oh, I miss.
Oh, you don't get to shoot him. So he's
I fire a warning shot.
at the ground. You managed to miss, but he just like sees it coming and sidesteps. And now he's like, he's almost. If a spider could rear up to gain power behind its hind legs to run at you, it would. Antoinette, you're moving up to help this Bajoran up here, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
First aid, which is daring and medicine.
There you go. Daring and medicine for Antoinette.
Difficulty 1, you have a specialty in emergency medicine, which means it's difficulty 0. Roll your 2d20.
11. 2d20. Oh!
Whoa!
That Bajoran.
Oh no! What's that?
The Bajoran, he's like dying in your arms. He's not.
Well, technically, it's a difficulty
he's
0
bleeding out.
task.
So
Oh,
I don't know if you'd
have
have rolled
any
a 20 there, you might have had to roll for damage.
yeah.
So the Bajoran is still bleeding out. He's not a happy camper. All right, so Robbie, the spider runs at you.
Yep.
All right. So might as well suspend some of this.
Oh, he's in melee with me, is he?
Oh, he's running at you. Yeah.
Aha.
That is a lack of success. He jumps at you and misses.
Just put him aside with the rifle.
Yeah, exactly. You can just throw him away. Okay, so that's the spiders. These guys disappear into the cracks and run away. So they're gone as well. So right, it's your guys' go again.
I shall melee him to death.
Melee him to death. Okay.
Have a threat, John.
Thank you.
So it is daring and security, which is 12 and 5 is 17 is my target number. I think I can hit that.
Alrighty.
With 3d20. So this is an opposed task, John.
All right.
So I need your creature to roll its daring and security.
Okay.
No, I've got 3 successes. He needs to beat my 3 successes.
Spending my threat.
And it is a difficulty 1. So I've got 2 momentum.
1, 2, 3. He equalizes you. So you got 3, he got 3.
It doesn't say what happens if it's equal. Oh, no, if it's equal, he wins, which means he's made... hang on. Let me just double check an opposed task. 82. Hey kids, we're learning. It's fun. Both characters attempt a task normally with base difficulty of 1, which may be adjusted.
And Grace says, he saw your pew successes today.
Both characters succeed. Compare the total momentum generated on each character's task. So I generated 2 momentum. How many threat did he generate, John?
Well, he had to oppose your 3 successes.
Yeah.
Which he did.
So he won 3 successes, but you spent how many momentum to get that?
Oh, I spent 3 momentum.
3 threat, and I spent 1. So my momentum generation is slightly higher, which means I win.
Yay!
Really?
Okay. That's not complicated at all.
No, it's really not.
So roll for your damage then.
6 damage.
6 damage.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I Kirk Fu him just so hard.
7.
7 damage.
7 minus 1. Minus 1, which is 6. He's still fine. He's still alive. But now he's just pissed off.
Yeah. Did he take his injury?
He's now stunned again. Right, okay. So he's stunned again. So, he's being the only bad guy for me to deal with. Antoinette, it's now up to you to see if you can stabilize that Bajoran again.
Yep. 2.
We have 2 momentum, by the way, Antoinette.
Okay.
How many threat total do you have, John?
None.
Oh, sweet.
You spend all the threat.
Well then, I'll just roll another one then for the. I'll use a momentum.
2d20, it's a difficulty 0 task for you, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I got 0 successes. So.
Yeah, spend a momentum.
So you've successfully stabilized him, and we'll say that you bring him to the.
The 2d20 is just to see if you generate momentum or not.
Yeah, exactly.
It's easy momentum.
Right, Robbie. So your go again.
Well, Antoinette needs to roll to see if we get momentums.
She didn't.
Yeah.
She got 0 successes.
I got 0. Yeah, I got 0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she got 0 successes.
Cool.
Right, so he jumped.
That's us.
That's you done? Okay, so my go. So here we go. Yes. So he successfully attacks you, Robbie.
Is he making a melee attack?
Of course he is.
Then it's an opposed task with daring and security.
All right. Well,
which means I roll
2 successes. So roll your 2 successes against me.
I shall spend a momentum for an extra d20.
Uh-huh.
Daring and security, 17. 4 successes.
All right. 4, you beat me by 2.
Which means it's a difficulty 1 task, which means 3 momentum.
Okay, 3 momentum. Well done. All right, so
I am considered to have made a successful attack.
Yes, so you roll your dice, you roll your damage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and an effect. So he is stunned and knocked down.
He's also dead. He's also dead. So well done. You've gotten rid of all the spiders. So Robbie, give us an description of what you did there to defeat that last spider. What just happened? Summarize.
Oh, it was full on Kirk Fu. Like literally both fists interlocked. Thwack. Thwack. Just spider goo everywhere.
So you're now covered in spider goo.
I'm gonna need to change the uniform when we get back to the ship.
Spider are Kirk Fu and spider goo.
Pretty much.
So Jerry's about to trying to talk to Pat about loading the Pat cannon. Right. So this spider is now ophalized.
Oh yes, very much so.
All right. So you've torn his legs off and everything. So well done. That was the spiders. After that, there's one casualty that's been dragged away. So we now have Frank to deal with. How's Frank doing?
Oh, he's having a grand rest here while he is unconscious.
He's unconscious, but he's alive. Now he's only unconscious till the end of the scene.
So I think that is till now. So Frank, after being attacked by a spider, jumped over you. You managed to dodge out of the way, and he missed you. However, he skidded to a halt, turned around, and then lashed his spokes at you. Which you got a shot off and managed to give some damage, but that only pissed him off more, and he got his hooks into you, which knocked you unconscious until Robbie came over to try and help you, only to fire a shot at a passing spider that he successfully hit. That then did a 180 and decided, oh, you're going to shoot me, and then attacked Robbie. But luckily enough for Robbie, he was able to smash the shit out of it with his double hand smash. So you wake up to see that Robbie is covered in green offal, and there are parts of spiders either side of you as you wake up with some minor lacerations that would need to be seen to before infection sets in.
I offer him a hand, the whole just covered in goo, like.
Robbie offers a hand to you, Frank, do you want to stand up?
Yeah, I'm up.
Okay. All right. So, well done. You've got. You managed
Let's
to
get rid of that red dot.
Can we just? My character will take some samples from that spider that's left behind of like the venom and everything. Just in case we encounter them again.
Good idea.
So various samples of venom and like morphology and everything of the spider.
Okay, you're going to need that. Yeah, very good. You're going to need that to help treat a very unconscious Morgan that's lying in the Bajoran temple and the meeting room. So yeah, that'll be a thing that's needed to be done.
I turn around to Frank and I basically just say to him, Captain, I'm very sorry to report we lost 2 of the Bajorans. We weren't able to get to them in time.
Okay, that's bad news. And what's the situation on Morgan? I've heard that he's missing as well.
My God, you have light speed hearing. I don't know.
You can hear across the compound.
Captain, I have him safe inside one of the buildings. He's with the Bajorans.
So I'm going to say that you're helping a hobbling
walking and talking, yeah.
Walking and talking over to the meeting house. Antoinette comes out to meet you.
Well, I was taking samples, so I probably was over there.
You'd be over at this.
Yeah, I just didn't move my character.
Sorry. Over there, yeah. Or you could just literally take samples from Robbie's uniform.
Literally just take them off me.
So she's scanning Robbie and also going, hang on a second, let me just get that in there. Yeah, lovely. Okay. Ooh, yeah.
In the elements, ooh, spiders.
need a shower after that one.
Yeah.
So the Vedic kind of peeks his head out the door, and sees if is the coast clear.
Yep, for the time being.
Lieutenant Kristopher hobbles up as well. She walks into the middle. She might need a bit of looking after as well, Antoinette. So because she's being damaged as well.
Yeah, I'll tend to her medical needs also.
Okay, so that was a bit of a harrowing experience of just little spiders. So for the moment, so it's after a brief respite, you go in, you talk to the Bajorans, and you spend a bit of time trying to heal Frank and do your sampling for more to try and get something to help Morgan, and so you do your best there. So a couple of hours will pass, and you still have a mission to complete. So what are you gonna? You have some downtime. So is there anything you want to do during your downtime?
Can I just ask a question? If that scene is over, does that mean all of our stresses are back to normal?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can get
the stress replenishes with the end of the scene.
Yeah, and we also lose 1 momentum from our pool.
Momentum done. Okay. So All right, so it's back to work, really. Unless you have stuff to deal with, or you have anything you want to sort out and do, so it's this is kind of like your time to figure stuff out.
I'm just analysing the venom so I can try and help Morgan with his injuries and his bites.
All right, so you've taken some bits and pieces off the back of the Argo. And you are doing your best to kind of like test samples, take tricorder readings, mix this with that, and see what works out. Okay.
I'm gonna let Antoinette know about the freaky energy lines I saw while I was inside the Tesseract.
Look at the Tesseract. Inside the inter-phasic space. Okay, Frank, what do you want to do? Is there anything you want to kind of figure out or do?
Well, maybe have a little chat with the Vedic and see if we can find out a little bit more what's going on in this planet.
Patrick, there was a tactical use of Kirkfu. Thank you very much.
If only Patrick had been there with some, hull sealant, so that he could spray it at the spiders so they couldn't move. They'd just be gooed into place.
If we had Patrick with the hull sealant and Reno with the duct tape, would be absolutely sorted.
Exactly.
Set for life.
So, it'd be fine. And of course, Andrew Brannigan says Flora Kristopher wishes she stayed on the Albatani. So, giant spiders. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. It was supposed to be an easy farming mission. Terraforming. Yeah, okay. Right, okay. So, Frank, so you want to talk to the Vedic. So what sort of questions do you want to ask the Vedic?
Just want to get a better rundown on just what's going on with this planet here so we can move forward with our mission.
Okay, so is there anything kind of like more specific you want to ask? He tells you, he kind of repeats what he said already about the ship crashing down through the ionization, having, just at the last moment they were able to launch the...
I am going to give him a quick casualty report and let him know we were unable to save the 2 colonists. We did our best.
You saved one. You saved one.
Oh, yeah.
But
he's
pretty badly wounded. It's touch and go for him. One of the lads was decapitated and dragged up into the cliffs.
We tried.
I want to ask the Vedic more in-depth questions about their spider problem.
Well, generally the spiders would be a nocturnal creature. He kind of gives you what they've observed. They haven't really made a study. They've been more interested in trying to kind of set up the power generation. So if we go near the cliffs, we may have a problem. We quickly realize that they're quite territorial about that their area. But if we stay out here in the plain or in the valley, this bowl. We haven't really had any issues with them, so they pretty much keep to the shadows. It doesn't seem that they like the sun very much. It's a bit too exposed out here, so I don't know. It could have been this new generator that you've given us that attracted them. But your Lieutenant Kristopher seems to have worked some sort of Federation magic with your technology to make them turn around just in time before we were overwhelmed. Because I'm sure that there are many more spiders in the cliffs than we've seen, possibly beyond.
Is there anything to the southeast that we should know about Vedic? Have you had a chance to explore the southeast at all?
To the southeast, no, not really. It's quite an open plain. You wouldn't want to be out there for too long. The mountains are to the north and to the west, but out in the southeast, you wouldn't want to spend too long out there.
Just give me a moment. I'm gonna walk away quietly.
Yeah.
O'Brien to Waverider.
You roll your insight and engineering.
Insight and engineering, you say?
Insight and engineering. Yes.
Difficulty of?
Difficulty of 2. Difficulty 2.
Cool. Momentum spent.
Spending momentum.
Beep, beep, beep.
How'd you get on? 3 successes.
3
Gain your momentum.
successes.
So, Robbie, you realise that as you tap your comm badge, the channel will not open completely. So you pull out your tricorder and have to make some adjustments to the frequency, and you get a very kind of garbled, interspaced communication with me in the Waverider. I'm halfway across the planet at this stage, so you're trying to route the communication transmission through the ionized atmosphere. But
I'm doing the whole high frequency atmosphere bouncing.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like bad feedback. It's in triplicate, and it's a bad 56K modem internet connection.
Oh, John, anything on your sensors to our southeast?
Did you get anything on the disturbance you went out to investigate?
There's high onaton radiation.
Oh no!
I can't. Something out there, and then it goes dead.
Oh.
All right, so
Antoinette?
what do you do?
Antoinette, how much do you know about chronoton radiation?
Chronoton radiation. I
It's
don't know.
literally just that, like,
It's not
not
mine or
this.
anything.
Not this again.
But I do
More
have.
basic communications. If there's anything you can do to clear up the signal with Commander East.
I have computer expertise, so maybe I can try and clear things up.
Robbie's done his best.
Yeah, I
Mean,
mean,
atmosphere. You're not getting through to me.
to be honest with you, I'm surprised I even managed to get a signal. He's probably halfway. He's probably equidistant to us on the other side of the planetoid by now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know he's okay.
It's only that you got 3 successes that you managed to connect that. Morgan wakes up, after a little bit of recuperation, and he basically goes, I'm gonna rephrase that. He goes, "Don't let me die. I have a newborn child back on the Cuchulain, please." And then he falls back unconscious again.
Oh.
Well, I did my analysis on the venom. Have I found anything that can help Morgan?
You're getting there. You're still between yourself and Flora, Kristopher. You've stabilized them. You're coming out. There's a serum on the way, so yeah, you'll. He's going to need some rest, but you definitely you see there's light at the end of the tunnel. It's not a very difficult thing. It's something that you're quite used to doing in xenobiology. So this is in your field of expertise. So you know what to do. It's not. I'm not gonna. You don't have to roll for it or anything like that. It's just like you know how to make the anti-serum. It's just a matter of time and letting it work through his system. It's not like hypospray. He's going to wake up. It's got to work. It's going to need time to work. So
John, how trashed does the colony ship look?
It's totaled.
And yet there's still power in the reactors to supply basic power to the.
Yep. That's what the Vedic is telling you. He says you can barely even get inside the ship.
I pull Frank aside quickly and I just say, I'm gonna make my way over to the crashed ship just to see if I can access the logs. See if they got any kind of sensor logs on the way down.
All right, okay, you can do that.
I think I will join him as the science officers are working away. There's not much I can do here, so he may need backup, so I'll go along with him.
Okay, all right. So make a Frank, make a presence and command roll, and Robbie, make a presence and security roll.
Our presence is 8 and security is 5. That's target number of 12. Difficulty, John?
We'll say difficulty of 2. Difficulty of 2.
Momentum spent.
All right, Robbie's spending 1 momentum to give himself 3 dice. Robbie gets no successes. So the Vedic doesn't quite believe what Robbie is saying to him. He was wondering why Robbie thinks it's necessary to go wandering when his friend is in a bed, dying from serum, when 2 of his crew members are trying desperately to help. Why would he want to go for a wander? Frank?
Yeah, I'm going to roll, see if I can convince him so we can get going and check out that ship there.
Okay. You going to just do the 2 dice, or are you going to spend momentum?
No, I'll spend the momentum and take the 3.
You have
Momentum spent.
3 momentum, so you can get 2 dice if you wish.
No, we're down to 1.
You're down to 1.
Well, we're down to 2, sorry. So he's spending 1.
Right.
Means we've only got 1 left.
All right.
Goddamn, why was I honest? Why didn't I just
Why
take
were you
the
honest
3?
there, Robbie? I was giving you an extra momentum. Frank could have gotten. Go ahead, Frank.
Rolling.
1 success. So you don't convince the Vedic either that there's any reason. So the Vedic is like, no. I must insist that you stay away from the ship. It's far too dangerous, even for us to pull out the power cables. And run power from the system.
Sorry to interrupt, Frank or John. Frank, what are your talents?
My talents. Command, collaboration, advisor, veteran.
I believe the advisor talent gives you some kind of advantage.
That would be if he was trying to help you convince, like if Frank was helping you to convince.
Yeah.
Ball command, I should be able to push the Vedic to see things our way.
Well, that's what the role was. That was your presence. Your presence role was basically, it's like charisma in D&D. So instead of like trying to actually get you to use some sort of description, to me, I was getting you to roll as if your character was trying to use charisma to convince the Vedic to allow you to get near the ship. And unfortunately, that role didn't work out for either yourself or Robbie, and that's why I gave you the option of presence and command, and I gave it to Robbie for security. So,
So where did the talents come in on this? Because as a newbie to this whole thing, so I've got bold command, I've got advisor, collaboration. Anything there that would increase that? Or
bold command, Robbie, that allows him to re-roll 1 dice, doesn't it?
I think so. 1 sec.
I think we were looking at that before. So I think bold allows you to re-roll dice. Talent list.
Bold. You choose a single discipline when you select this talent, which you've already done. Whenever you attempt a task with that discipline and you buy 1 or more d20s, adding to threat, you may re-roll a single d20.
So you used momentum instead of threat.
Now, my talent, collaboration.
Yes.
Whenever an ally attempts a task using that discipline, which they didn't because he was using command and I'm security. Nope. But I can. Yeah. No.
I have collaboration as well.
No, it doesn't. It's not cross compatible. It seems. I must look into it later, but.
So anyway, you're convincing the Vedic to try and give you access to the ship has failed. So you need to if you really need to go over to that ship, you need to come up with either a different way of doing it. So what's your plan now, since convincing the Bajorans to allow you access to the ship isn't wrong?
No, definitely not at all, Kristopher.
wonder if we could try and persuade them that the spiders are coming from there somehow. We need to go and investigate the spiders inside the ship. That's where they're laying their eggs.
Well, we did see 4 of them pop out of the ship, and we did see like 4 of them scurry back into the ship.
No, they went back to the cliff.
Yeah,
They don't know that, John. They were in the building.
We saw multiple spiders coming from the ship. We think that may be the source.
What's the giant
Who has
monkey?
that good persuasion?
Hello, Anita. Welcome along. Thanks for joining us.
I certainly don't mind trying to aggressively negotiate for access to the ship.
Maybe not. Maybe not with Bajorans. Well, maybe not being. Don't be like that to the Bajorans.
Well, the thing is that the Bajorans kind of need our aid. I think they need to be a little bit more flexible in acceding to our, shall we call them, requests.
So you're not going to rough them up.
No.
You're not roughing up the Bajorans.
We are going to explain though.
It's like they've escaped from the Cardassians and and the occupation and
exactly. And as Picard might once said, well, I mean, this is not our territory. We can sort of carry on with our primary mission if you feel you don't need our help. But it seems like we need to investigate everything, and I think that ship needs investigating.
You're. I'm just going to say it again. Like you rolled to convince the Bajorans, and you didn't. So you have to come up with something else.
Yeah, well, it was rolling to be.
So,
that roll was for diplomacy. Now, basically telling them, look, you need our help. So divvy up.
Now you're rolling to intimidate.
Frank,
Okay.
They're happy. They don't want us going in their transport. I mean, let's leave it be for now. Maybe cooler heads will prevail in the morning, and
you could attempt to sneak in
yeah, I was getting to that.
under the cover of darkness.
Yeah, why do you think I brought the palm beacon?
So you can attempt to pull Frank aside.
I'm attempting to convey it publicly. Let us wait till the morning to discuss this. Cooler heads might prevail. We can revisit the topic in the morning. Nobody wants to see that, Hicks. Nobody.
Numfar, do the dance of shame. Numfar, do the dance of joy.
Nobody's got any angel fancier, or what was that?
That was an angel reference to anybody who didn't get it. Right. Okay. So Robbie's doing the fan dance. So
the fan dance to try and convince Frank that we're not going to have an old fight here in the middle of the plane yet.
I think it's a destructive ethics, so we can sneak off and check out the ship.
Right. So what you could do is we'll skip ahead and we'll say that it's now evening time.
New scene.
And it's a new scene. So it's dinner is. You're gaining momentum?
Null momentum.
No momentum.
We lose one every time a scene ends.
Aha, yes. So we're going to say that you're all inside having a bit of dinner. The Bajorans have been kind enough to give you some put out a layout of some food after their prayer session. Frank, you are no longer injured. You've managed to spend time with some hyposprays. So you're all inside. They've set up a remembrance altar for their fallen Bajoran friend, and everyone's going to. Yeah, well, if they want to, Andrew, if anybody wants to pick up some spider to see if it can cook. Antoinette, what's your opinion on spider meat? Is it like crab meat?
I'm going to say no, since they're venomous. I do not advise eating the spiders, the venomous spiders.
But is this not like that fish from ancient Earth that people used to eat, where you poisonous good meat?
Okay, well, you try eating the spider, Robbie, And I
You're
will
the
eat the proper
xenobiologist. You
food.
tell me if I can prepare it safely.
No.
All right, so it's dinner. You're all sitting down. The Bajoran, the Vedic, says he says some very quick prayers. It's not. It seems to be a bit of of a nouveau order where it's not. Unlike Kai Wynn's order or some of the more orthodox orders, he's kind of plain and down to earth about it. He says a prayer. They lament the loss of their friend. There's a couple of people who are quite cut up about it, so it's kind of a quiet glum over the dinner table as you eat. Towards the end, the Vedic says that he excuses himself and says, "If you'll excuse me, I think today has been quite a lot for me, so I shall retire for the evening." And he steps away. And a couple of the other Bajorans make their excuses and kind of, they go off and they head for their Betty Buys. Yeah, they head for their quarters. So they walk outside. So you guys and all the Bajorans then eventually decide, you know what, I think it's time for sleepy times. So they all head away, and it's just Starfleet that is left inside with one Bajoran in the bed who's he's stable but in a bad shape, and then there's Morgan who's drifting in and out in consciousness with his venom issues. All right, so you guys are all. Yes, Kai Opaka is still in charge, not Wynn. That's right.
We're just using Wynn as the reference for the Vedic well, she's a Vedic still technically at this point.
Wynn is a Vedic, but she's a kind of an orthodox Vedic. She's not as open-minded as Bareil would be,
or as Opaka.
But Opaka is still she's quite orthodox, but she's still a bit more open. She's the one who talks to the Federation quite willingly, whereas Wynn Adami is very standoffish and jealous, especially that she wasn't the emissary. So the guys are asking what was for dinner.
Casper,
I can get a drumstick. Was there right? So
there was a bag of cans, Jerry. Yes.
Bag of cans, right? So, what are you guys doing?
Well, once everyone's kind of settled in and kind of there's sort of clear line of sight, I'm gonna kind of pull Frank aside and just let him know, right, dude. I know we said we were gonna wait till tomorrow, but no, I need to see the sensor logs on that ship. John reported a Chronton radiation reading, and you and I both know how serious that can be. I think realistically the only source of relatively decent information is going to be the logs on that ship, and I'm very curious as to why they don't want us going in there.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Let's not waste any more time and make our way over there while they're asleep.
Well, if I might suggest, and probably better if one of us is caught breaking the rules rather than both of us.
Yeah, but you don't know what you're going to face there. It's always safer in numbers.
Okay. Yeah, we go down together then. Antoinette, come on.
Well, in that case, I'll probably stay here, but maybe have open comms so that I can hear what's going on with you guys in case you get into trouble.
Copy that.
Antoinette, yourself and Flora Kristopher are still working on the serum. So you guys are where is that? There it is. There you are. Oh no, I'm on the wrong layer.
The share screen has gone well for everybody else.
Oh yeah, it's there. It's just
well, we're not kind of using it at the moment. We were just kind of, you're all inside. I don't have an interior for the Bajoran temple and dinner and common area. So
the only music in my brain right now is do 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 do.
All right, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, I see where you're getting that. All right. So while Robbie is trying to stay quiet, but also humming the Pink Panther music,
I am leaving the Type 3 behind this time because
you're leaving the Type 3 behind.
Big and bulky, not good for sneaky.
Okay, all right. So roll to cross the open area. It's a sandy planet. Your footfalls on your Starfleet boots will cause a bit of crunch. So,
what are you thinking? Security and
it would be fitness and security.
Cool. I'm okay with that.
Frank, same for you if you're going with him.
Alrighty.
I'm going to use my talent, collaboration security, and let Frank use my score for security as his discipline, which is 5.
Okay.
So my target number is 15.
That makes mine 15 as well.
What's the difficulty, John?
The difficulty will be 2.
Cool. Here, John. Have some threat.
Yay! Just one or just one?
For me.
All right. Frank, are you going to give me any threat?
Yeah, there's one. I'll give you one, no problem.
Thank you.
So 3d20, target number 15. Let's roll.
Okay. You go first.
1 success. And a complication. God damn it.
Alright, let's see how I do.
Frank, you got 1 success.
2. What?
I haven't rolled yet. That's an older one.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. Where'd you get the complication, Robbie?
Oh, one of them says 20 on my screen, but okay. It says 19, 15, 19.
1 success from both of you. So
Frank, roll an extra d20. You bought an extra dice.
Yeah, you gave me a threat. So roll 1d20 there, Frank. Yay!
2 successes for Frank.
Okay.
1 success for me.
So Robbie, as you exit outside, Frank manages to quietly make it across the compound and around the back of the buildings. Robbie, as you cross the building, the middle of the street.
Yep.
There's. Let me just give me a second here.
Don't tell me there's like a security floodlight or something, is there?
No, but a Bajoran walks out the door and kind of nods at you.
I nod back and pull a Remy vape pen from my pants and just...
he goes over to what possibly could be the outbuilding.
As soon as I see him close the door, I'm just gone. Like a fucking shot.
Okay, so you leg it around to Frank. Frank, the two of you.
I just want to say, dude, that hash brown was really spicy. I need some time. Gotta go get some there.
Shut up. Let's go.
Right, so after that, you've made it halfway. So you made it to that corner there. So roll again to see if you can make it across.
Difficulty 2?
Yep, difficulty 2.
And so, unfortunately, Frank, I can't help you again this time.
No worries.
Oh, 1 success.
Close to it. Robbie's not doing great with sneak rolls.
I'm Shax. I don't sneak.
Frank.
Okay, this time it's 12. So let me just change the.
Frank, do me a favor, will you? Give him some threat.
More threat. How much threat? We got to give him. All right, there's another threat for you there.
Thank you.
Okay,
What was
so
the
that's
time you
3.
had earlier, Frank, that when you use threat? Would that help you in this?
Say again?
The talent that you were reading out earlier on, like if
Bold.
you use threat. Is
Yes,
that
you
valid?
can reroll. You can reroll because of your bold command.
But that's only if he's using command. Right now, he's trying to sneak, so he's using security.
Ah,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can't remember
So,
what.
planetary.
One success. So neither of you make it out of the. Neither of you make it. You'll make it out, but you're not being quiet or quiet enough, and you get another Bajoran pops his head out from the. Let's see. Oh, no, that's.
As soon as I kind of hear the window open, I'm just going to grab Frank by the shoulder and kind of stop him from running and just kind of look up at the night sky and point and just, murmur quietly.
My God, why don't we just use our stun setting on the phasers and put these guys to sleep?
Oh my God.
There is such a thing.
Maybe I belong in the mirror universe, you know that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm kid you not, Frank, but we are skirting the line with breaking General Order 1 right now.
Rules are made to be broken.
So, yeah, Bajoran kind of walks around to the edge of the buildings behind you, and
We're just totally stargazing. Totally just enjoying the ionic atmosphere's effect on... Oh, look at that blue shift on this. Oh, good evening.
he walks over and he just walks over and he looks up at the stars with you as well, and he says, "It's tough to it's hard to imagine that there's so much electrical activity in that sky that we can actually see through up to space." I tend to look up at the stars and think of, so somewhere out there is the temple of the prophets. I hope someday that I will find that place. I will go there when my life is done. Gentlemen, what do you believe in the prophets?
I'm undecided. I believe in a higher power of some sort, but I don't put a name or a distinction on it.
So this chap, he seems to be hanging around a bit. So you can make another presence and security, or presence and command. So presence and security for Robbie, and presence and command Frank, to get rid of him.
I kind of chat him up for a while and just kind of does that, exchange theologies on the meaning of different religious things.
So it's a difficulty too. He seems to, he hasn't spoken to an awful lot of people recently. It's literally been just the people he knows in the settlement. He's not going anywhere. He's not getting the hint.
Have a threat, John.
Thank you.
2 successes.
So Robbie manages to convince him to, it is time to go to bed. So the three of you start to walk back. Oh, got a blank screen there.
What? Oh no! Do you know what it is? It's because I minimized the tab rather than switching tab.
All right. Okay. So
back there now.
Right. So yeah, he wanders back and he goes back into his room. But as you guys walk back with him and he thinks you're walking back in. So you've kind of gone 2 steps
backwards,
forward, 1 step back. So to continue this on, it's an open plain. What are you going to do?
Excuse me a sec, just while we basically have visual on all this, right?
Yeah.
And the interphasic generated, we can kind of go through the field without stepping into
Well, an
phase.
inter-phasic generator, it'd probably be turned off at this stage
Cool.
for the night because you haven't finished your mission of actually organizing the different the separate locations because you got trapped and then you got attacked by spiders and it's been dinner time, so you haven't completed the mission. That was set to go for tomorrow.
I kind of nudge Frank and just kind of point south towards the generator, towards the field, kind of hook around the outside of the field and then up that way.
Okie dokie. All right.
If we do have any unexpected visitors, then at least that way we can say we're going to check on the generator.
Yeah. Okay. So you can wander down to the. You don't have to worry about getting to the generator. You can wander down to the generator. So yeah, you're down at the generator, and you pass the generator. So nobody won't ask you any questions. So now make a roll to dash across into the trench.
What are we talking here?
That'll be fitness and security.
Cool. 15.
Same for you, Frank.
Hey, John, have a threat.
Thank you.
Because I'm assuming we're going with difficulty 2 on this.
For this bit, yes.
Hey!
Hey! Get a momentum.
Nice. I'll give you a threat as well.
Well, Frank, you can spend the momentum.
You can spend the momentum Robbie just generated.
Okay, that'll do.
Right.
There we go.
No.
Go.
You were rolling so well, guys, honestly.
So, Robbie, you managed to dash right across and into the trench. However, Frank runs across, stumbles, and falls. So, Frank, you
just give me a minute. I just need to step away for 2 seconds.
All right, so we'll do with Frank. Frank, you fall over, and you didn't get a complication. So, but Frank, you're kind of you got stuck halfway while Robbie's in the trench. Okay, so Antoinette, is there anything you want to do? You're kind of don't have anything for you to do at the moment while these two are trying unsuccessfully to sneak over to the ship.
I was trying to think what else we could do while I was waiting. Well, are we finished working on the serum now, or are we still working?
Yeah,
on the
well,
serum?
you guys, the serum, you'll have solved that issue by now. The serum is, it's just it's between the two of you, you've made your way through the making of the serum. Morgan's on a drip at this stage. He's okay. So he's. You can leave him in the care of Lieutenant Kristopher. She'll be able to keep an eye on him while she drifts in and out of sleep at his bedside. So if you wanna join the lads, you can.
Yeah, I'll follow them down. Well, I'll try and follow them down.
So you walk down to the middle of the field.
Just mind the trip hazard there on the way out.
So you make your way down to the inter-phasic generator as well. But to make it across to Frank, you're going to have to do a presence and command roll, or presence and security. So presence and security.
Do I have anything that can help me? No. No. Oh, 2 successes. Oh,
3 successes. Gain of momentum.
Woo.
3 successes. Well done. So Antoinette, just kind of appears beside Frank and goes, "What are you doing down there?" Helps you to your feet.
What's this, a spider? Now it's Antoinette. What's going on? Everything's jumping in front of me.
Hey! That was a lovely stroll through the field. So easy to get down here.
Yeah, exactly. Antoinette's kind of like, "You're not very good at being quiet, Frank." So Antoinette helps you over to get down into the trench with Robbie. So now you guys are crouched down in the trench, looking at the trail of the starship that's crashed. There's bits of engines all over the place. There's deuterium and tritanium. Not deuterium, that'd be dangerous. There's
unobtainium
around the place. There's unobtainium there if you want to get some superconductors for the computers as well. So all right. So you're in the trench. You're trying to make your way all the way up to the what's left of the ship. Okay. So it's the next round. So
I'm scanning as we go to make sure we don't encounter any more spiders since it's late.
Right.
So I'm
Okay.
scanning for nearby life forms. Or
Very
whatever.
good. Okay. So, Grant. So make another sneak roll. Another sneak roll just to get up to the next section.
2 for me.
2 successes from Antoinette. Well done. Antoinette makes it.
Which way are we going up?
Frank. Patrick Conran goes, one job, just one job.
Very sorry about that.
Don't trip over.
Hold on. One success.
Oh God. Distract the medics by asking if they found Jesus. Yeah. So Antoinette, you successfully managed to make it up to here as you're scanning. And Robbie, just make a roll. Frank is being very noisy about this situation.
Oh yeah, here, have a threat, by the way.
Well, thank you, and have a momentum.
Yes, please.
And give the momentum to Frank, maybe, just to tell him to put on, take his spurs off.
I like my spurs.
So
I am going to use an immediate momentum spend.
Uh-huh.
There is actually a lovely thing here in the momentum spends. No, I need 2 to do that. Never mind.
There is 2 momentum. You do have 2.
Is there?
Yes,
Oh,
there's
cool.
2.
Cool. I'm going to spend 2 momentum to create an advantage.
Uh-huh.
Or remove a complication, i.e.
Right.
Frank's not being stealthiness.
Right,
To
okay.
reduce the difficulty of his next stealth roll by 1.
Very good. Right. Antoinette, make a reason and science roll.
Yep.
Reason and science.
When did Antoinette join us?
While you were away.
You had your eyes closed. You just didn't see me.
When you fell over, Robbie, and you were as you dived down into the trench successfully, Antoinette decided to, wander up quietly beside Frank, going, "Hello, what are you doing down there?"
One success.
Right, 1 success. Well, that's all you need. So, Antoinette, you realize that there's a spider hiding out just underneath the what's left of an engine housing in front of you.
I relay this to the guys. Spider, engine.
Spiders. Why did it have to be spiders?
Why did it have to be the spiders? So there's a spider just under there. Let me just put so you can see him a little bit better. It's a ninja spider.
Oh, sneaky ninja spider.
It's a sneaky spider. Now, he hasn't noticed you just yet. He's kind of hunched in there with all his legs around himself. So it could be one of the spiders from earlier on that you don't know. So you just this is just a slight, small obstacle for you guys to try and get by. You'll need to circumnavigate this guy or something. If you fire off a phaser, you might just, wake everybody up.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's no surprise either, so it's not like we can get an advantage from attacking him. So
Yeah.
I think we maybe just try and go around.
yes.
Frank, take your spurs off.
So Frank, your next stealth roll is reduced in difficulty by 1.
So you guys can go out and around if you want. If you want to climb up the other side of the the trench using the engine housing. Sneaking up.
Yep.
Okay, so everybody do a sneak roll. Everyone do a sneaky roll.
I shall spend a threat. Well, 3.
Being a threat.
Oh, thank God I did.
2 successes for Robbie. You managed to make it out to the other side of the trench.
Was it daring and
Security.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
Daring and security, or fitness and security. Daring, isn't it?
No. Okay.
You Harry. Oh no. No. Frank, take a roll.
Robbie, when you said there my difficulty is down by 1, what does that mean as regards to roll?
You
So you
only
roll-
need 1 success as opposed to 2.
That's all. Okay.
So you
Now,
can
do I
roll-
feel intimidated or threatened?
You could
The spider?
feel intimidated by the spider, yeah.
Because I have Dauntless, so whenever I attempt out at the task, though,
Yeah.
I can resist being intimidated or threatened, and add a d20 to my dice pool. But if it's
No,
moving,
the spider hasn't moved yet. It's just if you wake it up,
Sleepy.
you know, you don't know what it's going to do.
Frank,
2 successes for me anyway.
2 successes for
moment.
Frank. So Robbie's
We
managed
get-
to make it over here. So is Frank. Antoinette. Antoinette's kind of stuck in front of the spider. She's like, shit.
I'm investigating the spider, and so I've stayed here.
And you take your tricorder and go,
Do we have any momentum left?
nope.
Okay,
You
well,
can give me
take
a threat, though.
Yeah, take a threat.
Well, we have 1 momentum from Frank getting 2 successes on a difficulty 1 roll.
Oh, okay. There we go.
And
Okay.
as,
One
as,
momentum.
Antoinette opens her tricorder and it starts doing that.
No, it's
I have it on
she's
play
doing
mode.
that, and she managed to see the spider because she used her tricorder to see the spider.
Oh, good Lord.
So she's
0 successes.
Oh,
So the spider, Antoinette, if you continue, you can. I'll give you a choice. You can either continue to move, but
Yeah.
you'll probably wake up the spider, or you can hold firm and stay there.
Yeah, I'll just stay where I am at the moment.
All
Taking
right.
a rest.
I think Andrew has the right idea. You should use throw uniform to distract the spider.
You know, you could do that whole. I'll let you do the whole throw a rock thing if you want.
I don't want to wake him up. That's going to wake him up.
The spider or the rock? Rock.
Unless it's their rock. That he might help us.
Ring tag. Okay, so so there's so you're facing off with a spider. Frank and Robbie are like, come on, Antoinette. Shh.
Yeah. Well, I'll go to
We're looking
prepare.
for the miners. Not the miners.
Maybe
The
the minor
miners.
action to prepare to fire in case the spider attacks me.
Okay.
while I'm standing there.
Chris O'Flaherty goes, back away, slowly.
There doesn't seem to be a limit on using your talents.
No, I don't think so.
So for her next roll, I'm going to take the minor action to assist Antoinette.
The minor action or the minor action?
The minor action to minor action. To assist Antoinette by using my collaboration security skill to allow her to use my security discipline for her next roll.
Okay, all right.
My
you do
security
that.
discipline score. So Antoinette, for your next roll, it's your oh, Frank's just entered the disco.
Red alert, shields up, all hands to battle stations.
Your security score for the next roll, Antoinette, is 5.
Okay, great.
Computer set lights to red. There you go.
Alexa, condition red.
This is Trippy Red from Robbie's Spotify.
Alexa, condition red.
There you go. Computer, red alert. Computer, stop. Computer, set lights to white. There we go. All right. So after playing with our lights, what are we all doing? So Robbie, you're going to help Antoinette with your next sneaky roll. All right.
Nice.
All right. So off you go. Tell us what you're doing.
I'm gonna start pointing to bits of ground that are just more solid and kind of more stable than instead of there being like clattering stones under her feet every time she moves. It's like solid stone, solid stone, solid stone, solid stone, solid stone.
All right, roll for that.
So Antoinette, you're daring and security or fitness and security? Which did we say, John?
Well, if you're trying to be deft, it's fitness and security.
Cool.
There's
Oh,
one.
I tried so hard, Antoinette.
Give me a sec, guys.
Don't forget, we do have a momentum, and you can spend threat, but not this roll.
Yeah, next time. I'm looking at what else I can
Yes.
do.
Andrew Brannigan says, distract spider with palm beacon like a cat. I'm the only one who has one. I don't want to deal with them again. They nasty.
I don't really want to wake him up if we can help it not to wake him. I think that would probably be the best option.
Oh, God,
If it's an
yeah.
option.
Oh, God, yeah.
Maybe I can use my... Maybe I'll try and use my determination on the next roll just to get out of there, because I think at this point...
So what focus are you going to
Right.
activate for your determination?
I can activate always have an exit strategy.
There you go.
And I also have every problem has a solution, so either way I'll have a value. So I'll add a d20 to my... Or I can perform an... Oh no.
No, I
Either
think
way,
you're
I can get
good.
it. Yeah, I get the d20.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry for that.
Yeah, that's already rolled a one, because that'll be a certain success. So.
Okay, so how we getting on?
We have a plan, but myself and Frank need to use our security fitness rolls. Frank, I have a target of 15. You have a target of 12. Am I right in saying that?
That's right, yeah.
Do you want to spend the momentum for an extra die?
I will, thank you.
One last momentum. Bye-bye.
2 successes for Robbie.
Good. Robbie, you managed to successfully do it. Frank, you don't.
Oh, goddamn.
Okay.
It's so hard.
So Robbie, you can move to wherever you wish. Antoinette, make your roll. See what happens.
Yeah, I'm going to use my determination to use my value. Always have an exit strategy.
Okay,
To-
good. Yeah, that's it. That's a good plan, especially as a
Yeah.
xenobiologist. Very good. Especially a xenobiologist that might have been in this situation before.
Okay. I don't still use your security, do I, Robbie?
No, but you do actually,
Okay.
yes, because I have my collaboration as a minor action. So yes, assist with collaboration.
Thank you.
So you can spend a single point of determination to gain a single bonus d20.
Well, I
And it
get
is
2 because I have to. Yeah.
Well, no. If you're rolling with perfect opportunity, so using your value to roll with perfect opportunity, it grants you a single bonus d20, and this d20 differs from most in that it's considered to have already rolled a 1. Thus, it's automatic 2 successes.
And I have an automatic 2 successes, and I rolled 1, so 3.
3 successes. Momentum!
Yay! Antoinette makes it out of the pit and over to Robbie.
Thank you.
The spider, but as Frank walks away, the spider starts to stir, and kind of you see two big long legs start to, kind of slowly creep out as if it's waking up. So it's, and start, you see more, another two legs. So there's four legs kind of sticking out from underneath the wing of the engine housing there at the back of the ship that's broken off. So you can see it's moving because as Frank scrambled up the side of the trench, he loosened some soil as he was trying to get to the top, and you hear that lovely sound you hear in all action movies where you're trying to walk through a desert valley without making noise, and then like one stone just echoes across the entire valley, and you see a Tusken Raider pop his head up at the top of the run.
Frank, what are your values?
My values: logical thinking, diplomacy, discipline and loyalty, relationship to the crew, instinct.
There's not really anything there that's applicable to this particular situation.
Well, if he's doing so, you could use instinct.
Yeah. You could spend your point of determination to get an automatic 2 successes and roll your fitness and security anyway.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
So mark off your point of determination in your character sheet, so you're automatically at 2 successes, and roll your 2d20s with your fitness and security.
Just Chris O'Flaherty says, just stop moving. Just stop.
Don't move.
Don't move. Just don't continue the game. Just sit here, have a chat,
a cup of tea
in the trench, have a picnic. Brannigan says, offer them sugar. Frank rolls
1 success.
another 1 success.
So
that's all you need, isn't it?
Well, you didn't need any. It's just generating momentum.
Oh, generate. All right, okay, great. So, Frank, you all make it over to the finally make it over to the ship.
I'll be back in 2
The
minutes.
left last makes it over first. And you managed to go. You managed to make it to the ship. So as you make it to the back of the ship, you look in, and it's kind of a pretty standard gaping maw of. Patrick Conran says, "Smother yourself in barbecue sauce, Frank. It's heading that way anyway." So you get to the back of the ship, and you see torn metal and scratched and scraped. There's burn marks from atmospheric entry. There's the usual ribbed piping draped down, cables, fiber optics. There are scorch marks on the inside. You see what remains of a deck plate, but the dirt is going. The dirt is going into the on the deck plates going into the ship as well. What used to be a corridor is just collapsed in on top of itself, and there's girders across this way and that way. It really is a mess in there. There's not really much to redeem it as a ship. There is you see the glow of the purple power core cables kind of coming out the side, so you can see that daisy chain just inside the ship. So that's the visual.
I'm starting to use my tricorder. I take a sweep with the tricorder, see if I can detect anything unusual, energy readings or.
Yeah, so use your reason and science. Tricorder scan there.
16.
Two successes. Well done,
Does
Antoinette.
this count as doing something with a computer?
Huh?
Does this count as doing something with a computer? Is a tricorder class as a computer?
No.
Half the chance.
That's if you're trying to reprogram a Nomad or something like that, or maybe if you're helping data, or the central processing core.
Well, I got two successes.
Two successes. Well done. That's that's what you needed. That's pretty good. You notice to your side, Robbie's missing. He's disappeared somewhere. He's managed to do a proper sneak. And he's left the game. No, so you open up your tricorder and you start scanning inside, and you don't really pick up much of note, except you do see the power that's pulsing through, going to the out to the across the plane there to the settlement. And there's nothing really else of note. You pick up the odds. You're picking up the odd spider on the outer reaches of your scan range up in the cliffs, and other than that, there's only you see a minor dampening field at near the cockpit area. But other than that, there's not really much of note.
Okay.
Sorry about that, guys.
Sorry.
Sorry, is there any sort of power in here, John? Or
yeah, so you can see the port, it's pretty standard crashed ship, torn apart. There's girders this way and that way. It's not like open enough to walk in. So you can see that there's cables this way and that way, fiber optics dropping from the ceiling. The dirt goes on the deck plates, kind of decks slightly sideways into the ground, and the dirt is going into the deck. It's kind of like leveled off.
She came down hard, and she's like, there's at least 2 or 3 decks compressed below us, kind of thing.
She I don't think she has more than like 2 decks. She's it's a small ship. So it's a big cargo ship, but the cargo bay and everything else has been torn off and disintegrated. Half the ship disappeared in the atmosphere, and the rest of the ship is bits in the trench. They were just extremely lucky that this was a ship where it's front loaded. The warp core is like a micro core of a runabout, and it's up the front of the ship. So you could imagine it that like a Cardassian hauler, where it's all, or even the Travis Mayweather's ship that he grew up on. There's a living quarter end of it, and then there's sections of just cargo holds, and that's kind of the transport that they were on. So it's really just the front of the ship that has all the power, but the warp nacelles would have been down the back, and they're gone.
And does it look distinctly Cardassian design? Like it still actually looks like a Cardassian ship?
No, it's not Cardassian. It's a Bajoran ship. It's a Bajoran ship.
The dampening field that I detected. Sorry, the dampening field that I detected, is that a normal thing for the power cords coming out, or would that be unusual?
You don't know. It could be something that they're just using to kind of isolate the warp core to keep, as a force field or something, to in case something goes wrong and they can't get to it quick enough, at least there's a containment around it. But your scans really can't penetrate any further forward than that the small engineering section, and it really is a small engineering section.
Are there any consoles within reach of where we are? Or
no, nothing. You're literally at a gaping hole of twisted metal and piping.
I'm going to make my way around the ship to see, can I find any kind of access hatch or portal? You make a like this the tricorder will give you a cursory scan of like what's visibly on the exterior, and no, there's really nothing else. There's no egress or ingress hatch available anywhere else. This is kind of like everything else is twisted metal and buckled, so this is really the only way in or out. So how the hell did they get out?
Huh? Oh, you could squeeze through here. So locked. It's like there's a girder this way and there's a girder that way. So if you climb in underneath and go over.
Oh, okay, cool. My uniform's already ruled, so yeah, in I go.
You're already lubricated.
Yeah.
So
No, if there's a squeezy path, I'm squeezy. Just lube me up and push me through.
yeah, so that's what you do. So you start climbing through. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and right. Okay, so what do the other two do? Are you still staying there?
I follow Robbie in.
Right.
And
Yeah.
as soon as I'm inside, kind of
Uh-huh.
out of view of the camp, I take the palm beacon off my belt and turn it on.
Sneak roll reduced by 1.
It's okay. We're inside the ship now.
So okay, so you're starting to make your way in, and of course, as you get inside, you have the usual kind of, as you step on the deck plates, it clangs a little bit, but not enough because it's not big enough or cavernous enough. So you palm beacon up in front as the three of you enter, and you're looking through to see what you can see, and you really, it is you wouldn't want to have a bad back going through here. You're going to have to crawl over things. So Patrick Conran's really happy that you're all slippy and pliant. I'll not make you roll to see if you keep your feet without slipping with all the spider. I'm going to say the spider ichor has started to, has hardened on your uniform. So you as you're making your way in, it's really like dark and dusty, and you hear the odd drip of moisture maybe, or oil or something coming out of a pipe. So and there's no need for there's no gravity obviously, so, and the ship is slightly leaning to the side, so you're kind of walking a little bit a kilter,
Yeah.
so you have to hold on to the odd thing just to stop yourself kind of slipping down, and you
Sort of SS Raven sort of business like.
I lost you there for a second. What was
sort
that?
of SS Raven sort of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's or it could be LV 426 when they first arrived. That type of thing, and all it is your palm beacon showing the way. So you make your way down in, and you get to like a little T junction. It's kind of like an octagonal area with a console in the middle, and that seems to be the small little warp core in the middle is and it's literally just doing the lowest pulse hum, and you can see that they've jury rigged the the plasma flow pipes that would generally go to the warp nacelles. They've been redirected into these purple power supply units that go to the camp, so that and you just see that there's a low glow. You really see that it's even if this thing was running, you doubt it would just about make it to warp or make a static warp shell. Like, this is literally just generating electricity. It's not going to do much else, if you know what I mean. They keep it stable, but it's you wouldn't even put this into a shuttlecraft to make it go.
Well, all we need is a little bit of electricity.
All right, so that's what's in front of you, and there's a corridor off to the left and right. It really feels, even though it's broken and bits, it really feels like the it feels as cramped as the Defiant, say.
Yeah,
those type of corridors.
Any sign of a console or anything that we can tap into?
Yeah, you've got this looks, you make a surmise. This is the engineering section of the ship. This is where you would take care of the little warp core. So there's a couple of consoles on the side. Everything's displayed in a mix of Bajoran and Cardassian. So obviously, Bajoran slaves would operate the ship with a Cardassian operating system. So it's familiar Cardassian. Say that again, Antoinette.
Do we have access to any of their logs or records from where we are?
So use your computer science there, Antoinette, with your own specialty and your talent, and you can make insight and science roll to see if what you can pull up. You can all do that if you wish. Antoinette has a major success there and gains a momentum.
Sorry, insight and science, you said?
Yeah, insight and science to access the computer. Antoinette's done so Antoinette has, like, she's got the system up and running. He managed to get a couple more consoles up for the boys.
Oh, this is going to be terrible.
So see how Robbie does.
1.
Robbie fumbles around with the console, but he manages to kind of operate the operating. So he finds the start button, and
hey, I got it to turn on. That's not bad.
And Frank gets Frank gets a complication. So hang on a second, please. What? Hang on. Sorry, guys. I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, it's very much MS-DOS, Andrew. Or, I don't know, do you call it Cardassidos?
Cardassidos. So what type of records are we looking for on the ship?
Anything,
what are we suspecting?
Anything to the southeast of our position that might resemble a chronoton reading. We're looking for anything southeast of the camp's current position to see if there might be a chronoton reading or any sign of any kind of unusual reading in the logs. I know they were coming down and they came down hard, but...
All right, so Frank, did you make... Oh, Mike wrote a complication. All right, okay. Brannigan's kind of saying sensor scans or flight logs. Okay, so right, so well done, Antoinette. You managed to access the logs, and you're looking through. You've got the file structure pretty much in hand, and as you scan through, you see that it's a very strange thing how a bunch of Bajoran slaves managed to, like, where's the Cardassian? Where are the Cardassians that should have been controlling these guys? So as you're looking through, you're not seeing, much in the logs. A lot of the logs are damaged, but you see that one strange thing is that this ship didn't accidentally arrive at this planet. This is its intended route was this planet. It had a course set for to arrive here. It didn't just like drop out of warp in the system and then limp in. So it's a very strange thing for that. But as you manage to see that, you see that an alarm goes off on the console. Frank seems to have hit the wrong file, and the system is about to close down. So what are you going to do?
Do I still have any tasks I can do, or are we?
You can try and shut off the alarm, but there's an alarm going off, and there's the usual kind of warning, intruder alert on the ship. If that's going to make it back to the settlement, I don't know.
I'll try and turn the alarm off anyway.
I'm going to use my security skills to disable the counter intrusion software.
All right, go and do that.
Security and insight?
Yeah, sure.
So 14.
I'm kind of torn between security or engineering.
Well, again, I'm going specifically for security subroutines.
Okay, all right, I'll let you away with
it. Just for that, I'm going to spend a momentum. What are we saying difficulty-wise?
To shut this down?
Yeah.
I'm going to say difficulty of 2.
Cool. So security is 5 and insight is 9, so 14 is the target number.
You could have Frank try and assist you, even though he caused the problem.
Nope, we're good.
Okay, all right, congratulations. So as you're going, and Antoinette's like, I found this interesting information. Frank's like, what was that? Oh shit! Oh, fuck, what? And Robbie just goes, I got it. Beep. Okay.
Oh no, I'm shutting down the counter intrusion system altogether. There is not going to be any more alarms from this ship.
Basically, Robbie turns off the speakers.
Yeah.
All right.
And any sort of transmission link, not power now. Any sort of is there any kind of transmission link between the ship and the colony?
Yes, there is. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Was the alert transmit from that? Can I see if the alert transmitted?
It went. It went back to the settlement. Yep.
Guys, just so you know, that alert went straight back to the settlement. They have an active They have an active comm line with the ship.
Antoinette, you also noticed that. Actually, Antoinette, make another reason and science roll, please. Difficulty 2. Yeah, difficulty 2.
Did it roll? Oh. 2 successes.
2 successes. Well done, Antoinette. This is where Antoinette starts to shine. As Antoinette's digging around in the computer system, you notice that they still have one of the sensor suites on the dorsal part of the nose. It's still intact and connected and active. So whether it was stayed intact during the crash or it was repaired, you don't know from this console. But there's a sensor suite still running on this system, and it's set to scan for chronoton radiation, and there's kind of a bar graph of chronoton radiation reading across, and it's been there ever since the crash. So
I knew it.
Do we have any more access to those logs, or will we need to go to the actual sensors?
You might want to go. You might have to go further into the ship to see what more you can get, because you're kind of fiddling around bypassing engineering systems to see what's in the logs here.
Can we download some of the data from the logs into the? Do we have any devices? Can we put it into the tricorder? What can we store data on?
No, not really. You're not going to be able to do a massive data dump onto the tricorder. You can make some notes into your tricorder as you might do into your phone, but
is there any sort of coordinates on the reading, or is it more of a bearing and distance kind of jobby?
There's not direct coordinates, but there is kind of you see that it is directed towards the same direction that you saw coming
southeast again.
Yeah.
I think we're going to need to have a little trip.
So just so we can sum this whole thing up, this ship was put on this planet deliberately. There is only a Bajoran crew on board, no Cardassians. They've been scanning for exactly what we've been detecting this whole time. And there's an active transmission link between this ship and the colony. They have been anything less than honest with us. I think we need to go confront the Vedic with this info.
Now that we have more evidence, yeah.
It's not a wonder he was trying to keep us out earlier.
So what's your plan? Are you gonna leave the ship, or are you gonna go further in?
Oh, we can go further. Yeah. I'm gonna poke around the bridge. or the
All
flight
right.
deck, or whatever's left of the.
So there's a small you see there's a central corridor, with doors closed, leading away from this engineering section. There is knowing that there's pretty much knowingly intrepid screen take for Robbie, please. Okay, everyone do a screen grab, everybody, while everybody's thinking. Everybody do a thinking screen grab for the next section. Ready, Frank? Ready? 3, 2, 1. All right. Dun. So yeah, so there's a door in front of you. There's a door that you presume, because there's only really one direction. This is a fore aft type of configuration. There's nothing complicated about what this ship used to be. But Antoinette, you remember that this up the front of this ship is the just that you're very close to what was that minor dampening field.
I think we should go investigate the dampening field now that we know that there's more suspicious information on the ship, in case there's something else.
All right, so
okay. All right. Head towards the dampening fields.
Yeah, so the dampening field is at the door, so you can open that door. So attempt to open the door. So somebody attempt to open the door.
Yep, I'll give it an L security
control and engineering. Try. Control and engineering.
Oh, this is not going to go well for me. All right.
Can I help you? Or anything?
You can assist.
Yeah.
You can use the assist minor action.
Yep.
Which means you get to roll a d20 to help me out if I succeed any.
Yeah.
Control and engineering, you said, John?
Yep.
Okay, it's not actually as bad as I thought. It's 13. Do I have any focuses that would be any good to me here? Nope. And I am resolute. What does resolute mean?
You're definitely going to do it. I am determined to do it. Resolute.
I'm definitely going to get this door open.
Frank can attempt it as well. There's 3 of you, so the 3 of you can try it.
1 sec.
We can all just try and open the door, can we? I don't need to actually assist. I can just try and open it myself.
You can try and open it yourself, yeah.
Okay. I have shuttlecraft operations in my focuses. Will that help?
Not with a door.
No. I have to try.
Don't ask, you don't get.
Exactly.
Resolute.
So control and engineering, yeah?
Yep.
Right.
No.
Never mind.
That's when that goes. I'll go back to my console.
I'm like...
Let me just with it. No. Robbie, Frank.
Yeah.
12.
Yep.
What's the difficulty, John?
The difficulty is 1. No.
Nope.
Frank.
Oh, God,
Frank.
we heard them.
Frank manages to open the door. Frank's kind of been watching everybody else and feeling a bit shit about turning on that thing. But Frank remembers his first time when he woke up during that evaluation and how much the doors pissed him off. So he thought back to that time on the holodeck and the evaluation and how he studied up on door mechanisms after that, and using that.
No, I just blasted it with my phaser.
using the new engineering knowledge that you've done from studying how door mechanisms work, you managed to open up this door, and you see there's a small, a short corridor, as if this was kind of like an emergency airlock, and then there's just another door ahead into the bridge of the ship. So you wander all up to the front of the ship and try again. Just everyone do the same roll again. Antoinette doesn't do it this time.
Dos.
Robbie manages to, as Frank, and Frank as well. The two of you just walk up and you just go, I know how the door works now. And you open up the door and into the bridge. And you see that the bridge is seemingly fully functional. And all the consoles are lit up. And the scanners are actively running. There's also the engineering stuff. They're running the power station for the ship, for the settlement.
And the Cardassian gull does the evil chair turn.
Welcome along. No, you see over in the corner two Cardassian uniforms, but there's no bodies in them. So
fun.
So yeah, you see two Cardassians. You're in the bridge, and the consoles are there. So is there anything else you want to do while you're here?
Check where the dampening field was coming from.
Yeah, this dampening field is just like somebody set up a level 10 force field around this room. Nobody wanted you to get into this room or be able to scan what's inside this room from outside. So, so what are you going to do?
Can we get some more information? Try and get some more information from the computer.
Sensors? Yeah.
The sensor about the chronoton readings that are in the southeasterly direction.
Yeah. So you see that there's
relevant info.
You see that there seems to be there's on the deck on the check the captions log. Okay.
How do I turn on closed captions on this?
So you see a small data pad on the console next to the sensors, and it seems to have highlighted kind of times, during the day of nothing really much except in and out is and times specific to that. So for I don't know what this is referring to, but type 888, Robbie. I don't know what
that's an means. Old teletext reference, John.
I
teletext and go to 888.
Okay, so there you go. And there seems to be, and sensors are directed towards the southeast, where there seems to be some sort of chronoton build-up. You're not too sure.
Anything in the logs, John, about what happened, like how the revolt happened, how the Bajorans gained control of the ship?
No, there seems to be nothing about that. It seems once this course was set for this direction, nobody was really making logs. The ship. Any references to anything that might have been happened isn't there anymore.
I'm going to scan the uniforms just to see is there any kind of cellular residue or, am I detecting like remnants of vaporized Cardassians, or like were they stripped and then vaporized, or that way?
It seems that there's residue there from the DNA that hair follicle and this type of and that type of thing, but nobody was vaporized in the uniform. So, so there you go. So you're on the bridge. There's some couple of Cardassian uniforms on the floor. There's a sensor log or a noted log of times in and out on the deck near on the desk near the console for the sensor suite. And somebody's been keeping this place going. Somebody's been keeping this. Somebody's been keeping this bridge up and running, which could be just the fact that they need to keep the main console room going for the warp core to be running, so that they can keep an eye on things. So they can have power for what they're doing, for their quarters and their their common area and the religious temple that they've got. So at that, I think we'll leave it there for this evening on a bit of a certain
mystery theater, huh?
What's been going on here? What are these Bajorans up to? Where are the Cardis? Tune in next time on the same bat channel, the same bat time. No, well, we'll figure out time. It'll be the same channel, but we don't know what time it'll be. So, at that, well done, guys. That was a 3-hour session, which was very good for this evening. Pity we had to lose Morgan. He had family stuff to do. But I'm sure once the anti-venom goes through his system, he'll be up and running and he'll be fine. So
he's going to be so worried he's not going to know where the hell we've gone.
Yeah,
did anyone leave him a note?
So, but yeah, Nicky Ward's like, who done it? And no, Patrick Conran needs closure. So yes, so we leave it at that. Any final comments before we log off for this evening?
Guys, well, we really appreciate the audience participation, and God, the funny stuff is genuinely brilliant. Please stop telling us what to do.
No, I want all these hints and tips. Jesus, come on now.
It's funnier when we fumble about in the dark for an hour. It's part of the fun of learning the game and learning how things work.
Well, I don't mind them telling you what to do. Just don't tell you what to do so far in advance of you actually getting it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Antoinette, any last words?
No, just thanks for watching, everybody, and I like the comments. So tell me what to do, but I may not.
I like the funny comments. Let me just say this, and again, I do appreciate everybody watching. Like I say, it wouldn't be half as much fun without you guys.
So thanks for those who stuck around. Frank, have you any last words?
No, I'm with Antoinette on that one. Yeah, I'm enjoying the comments and the hints and the tips, as I struggle through this new environment that you've thrown me into.
Yeah. It's all a good learning curve and stuff. It's all about volunteering information and trying to figure out the puzzle that is thrown at you. Not forgetting that the guys here on screen are the heroes, and they're the main cast. So, at that, for those people, I see live we've managed to keep 8 people up until the end, which was brilliant. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate those people who are tuning in live. I do enjoy the comment. I like seeing people make suggestions and go, yes, that could get you something. And the more you interact, the better. I get worried if nobody's making comments. Because I'm like, is the people still out there? And to those who are watching after the fact on YouTube, shout out to Alan Whelan. I know he keeps up to date on YouTube.
To anyone watching on YouTube, you can absolutely put suggestions in the comments.
Yeah, we still get them, actually. If you're watching on Facebook, you'll only get the Facebook comments. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll only get the YouTube comments. But we do see all of them, and we do respond to all of them. So well done to everybody. Thank you very much to everybody for watching. Tune in next Sunday, where this is the first announcement. Myself and Frank had a quick chat earlier on at 6 o'clock next Sunday. Myself and Frank will be chatting to author. In my defense, we don't leave Robbie unsupervised. So next Sunday, in Frank's XO chat, do you want to tell them what's going on, Frank? It's your chat.
Yeah, we're talking to that awesome author, James Swallow. Very good friend of yourself there, John, who's written for Star Trek and Stargate and many other things. He's got a very large resume of novels and games that he's written for, and he's going to be telling us a little bit about how he got involved in all of that. So I'm really looking forward to that one.
So if anybody is out there wanting to prep questions for Jim next week, Jim has written for so many different science fiction.
My most recent one that I've read actually is his novel Fear. Is the book he wrote about Saru.
Saru, yeah.
Yeah, great. I really enjoyed it, and it's really it's one of those things about when you're reading a novel that you can get into the thought processes of the character.
Yeah.
I thought the way he portrayed thru was just really, really interesting. So,
And don't forget,
any Discovery fans who hasn't read it yet, I highly recommend that book anyway.
And don't forget that he's also written The Dark Veil, in which he gave me a character as Lieutenant Commander East, Chief of Security on board the USS Titan in 2386. So I'm making my way through that. I'm halfway through that book. So see how far I get before the end of next week. Probably not very much further. But Jim has also he's written a book about David Fincher in the past. He's written a couple of his own series. He's written spy novels called Nomad, which was a series of 5 books. You can check those out. He's also written radio plays. He's written 2 episodes of Voyager, so you can go and check those out. So a beta canon, Nikki, beta canon. And he's yeah, Jim's written 2 episodes, spec scripts for 2 episodes of Voyager. He's also written Deus Ex, the video games. He's written parts for that. You can also find that a number of years
ago. He's done some radio plays for Blake Seven as well, hasn't he?
That's right, Frank. He did. He was part. I believe he was part of writing the radio plays back in the early noughties for some Blake Seven stories that were expanded. So that was that's something that some fans out there might be interested to try and go and find. Actually, I don't know if you can find them these days. I do know that his Stargate books, I have one of them, Halcyon, and I think there was another SG-1 book. They're hard to find. They're out of print these days, but he did write those. And Morgan will be delighted. He's mentioned it a couple of times where Jim has written quite a number of Warhammer 40k books about the Blood Angels and things like that. So there is a huge repertoire for you to look up in regards to Jim and his sci-fi authoring exploits. So Jim will be joining us next Sunday at 6 p.m. here on the Cuchulain Facebook page and the Cuchulain YouTube channel, and he'll be interviewed, that's a word, by myself and Frank. So I hope those of you who are still watching right now will be joining us then, and those of you who are catching up later on will also join us live. So you can have your questions and put them in the comments, and we'll put them to Jim and see what he says. So that is it. All right, guys. That is it for tonight. We will hopefully be back with the Cuchulain in 2 weeks' time. And maybe this team, it may be beta shift. We don't know. There's still along the way. So take care, everybody. It's good to see you.
Good night.
Tara.